camera and she looks up like, did you really just do that? Ding! Congratulations.
You know, Scotty.
Get closer.
I can't with you. I have no words for you this morning.
Sure you do.
I have no words. You know, I came over thinking that I'm going to hang out with my neighbor.
Well, I'm sorry. Mike, it's Mike's fault. Mike didn't show up today.
Mike, be on time. He's going to get you a watch for Christmas. Maybe a driver.
He would take a driver because then he's like, okay, if somebody drove, I could get stuff done. Because Mike's a workaholic like me. Mike will get home and be playing on the tablet. So if somebody could drive and he could just play on his tablet, he would be perfect.
I think that would be a good investment for Just for Fun Radio.
A driver.
I am.
I'll just have to have the mic. I mean, have the bus go pick Mike up and bring Mike back. And
I fully support that.
Yeah. Now I just need some money. Or does that mean you're supporting that? Because if you're supporting that, we'll take the money. We need the money. Oh my God. So explain to everybody who you are, how you got into all this, because you're suckered into this now.
Well,
once you drink the Kool-Aid, you're screwed, by the way.
Well, see, Scotty, I drank the Kool-Aid with you, years ago when you helped me save that dog on Underwood from getting hit. So everyone, those of you who are listening to my voice right now, this is Anise, and I am the host of Community Connections and the owner of Back to Us Radio Network. And I also live in Conyers, Georgia. Those of you who have followed know my story. Those of you who are tuned in for the first time, the short version of the story is there was a lovely lady who met another lovely lady in law enforcement.
This almost sounded like the Brady Bunch for a second. I was fixing to start breaking out singing. You know that, right? It's a lovely lady.
Well, no, it's the lesbian version of the Brady Bunch. You know,
I know. Keep going with your story. I don't want to interrupt.
Let me tell my story.
No hate.
I gotta tell my story the way that you sprung into action that morning as the puppy was running down the road, and I'm going, wait, help. No, not really, but that just seemed more dramatic.
Yeah, that definitely sounded a lot more dramatic
than, me driving down the road going, here, puppy, here. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. No, seriously, all jokes aside, I had taken my neighbor's son to school because he had missed the bus. And at Salem High School, the carpool line for the high schoolers, there was this one mom, I won't call her name, but she drove her child to school every
Susan.
morning.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know her name. I just thought that'd be funny. But if that was her name, I'd be in trouble. Sorry.
Yeah, she puts her dog in the front seat. I love I'm a dog lover. I do pet rescue. I work a lot with Lost Dogs of Georgia. But this woman puts the dog in the front seat as she's driving. It's like not the safest thing ever. And so she opens up the door to let her son out. Well, the dog leaps out of the car, runs through the carpool line while all the other parents are trying to figure out, oh my God, what to do. I see the dog heading for Underwood. So I pull out of the carpool line and start driving. It was almost like I'm doing a slow speed chase on a dog running down the road.
Hot pursuit. Shih Tzu. 6 o'clock. Underwood.
Pretty much. So, the dog is running and I'm trying to keep the dog from getting hit. I'm trying not to hit any cars or children in the meantime. And this white man is outside and I'm like,
why's it got to be white?
Well, Scotty, you were white. I mean, I can't.
I'm just making sure the story is accurate.
I can't change the facts of the story. So, I don't know anybody here. This white guy's outside and I'm like, here, puppy, here, puppy. I didn't know the dog's name. So Scotty reaches down. The dog literally runs into Scotty. I stopped the car in the middle of the road. Scotty picks up the dog and goes, you want this one? I was like, yeah, thank you. I was like, that's a cool dude. Never knew his name, anything else.
Yeah, and that was before the bus. So I was still kind of hidden back then.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, that is a super cool man. And so fast forward, about 2 or 3 years later?
Yeah.
We reconnect, and as soon as I see him, I'm like, oh my God, you're the dude who helped me with the dog.
And at least that's how you recognize me and not for something else, because then it'd be like, no, I wasn't that dude. Nope.
You're like, no, not that dude.
Not that guy.
So, Scott and I have always had a passion for the community, and especially women. So when Scotty
always love women. Thanks for wording it. Yeah, thanks for wording it that way. We've had the same passion for women.
Yeah. But when Scotty came to me and said, "Hey, what do you think about ladies talk?" And I was like, "Ooh, I think I would like that." And he's like, so he's throwing out all these ideas to me, and I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "What do you think about hosting it?" And I'm like, yeah.
Well, at least I knew you already had somewhat the skills, and I know you have the intelligence enough to do it, And I don't mean that to sound bad. What I'm saying is it won't be drunk ladies' night. It'll be like for real, done exactly the way it needs to be done, which is still going to be kind of an open forum. But I'm just saying, at least I won't have to worry. When I'm trying to grow to the point when I kind of go, okay, here's the reins, you run it, and I want to be able to just turn it on and go upstairs and watch TV and not have to stress, and I'm trying to remove a little stress from my life. So there's nothing worse than me having to listen upstairs and go, don't F-bomb, don't F-bomb, don't F-bomb.
Yeah. See, and I do podcasting. So when my
That's right.
podcasters drop the F-bomb, well, I have a rule because my children, we are a law enforcement family that doesn't use cuss words. I know that's like, wow, where do they do that at? But my children and I have a rule. It's called the swear jar. And every time you say a bad word, you put a quarter in the swear jar.
Good God, I'd have to go to the bank and get $100 in quarters.
I have some friends that when they come over, they just bring a roll of
just
quarters.
Prepay.
Yeah, they prepay. And my son Niles, who is 11, and he's probably not listening to me right now, but if you are, Niles, mommy loves you. He is like the swear patrol Nazi. And he, every time a word comes out, he's like, "That's a bad word. That's a bad word. That's a quarter." So yeah, no, we don't. No swearing on the air.
I'm trying to teach myself. We do word substitute, like sheet, like a white sheet on your bed. Ace hole, what the halo,
Fudge stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have one guy that called in who gave us instead of F-bombing, that's fire trucking crazy. And it's little things like that. And it makes it funnier, we found, because the people that I can't totally rip and cuss because of people who play us at cubicles and things of that nature. So I have to watch it already, but it makes it funnier because the people that know you really want to cuss are laughing because of what you're saying, and the people that don't want to hear you cuss are laughing because of what you're saying. What you're saying. So yeah, I mean, everybody's just getting a kick out of it when you go there. But I keep saying that I'm going to have the hypnotist come back in and try to have the F-bomb removed from my vocabulary, because like I do decent with trying not to F-bomb, but then like 4th of July and people start throwing firecrackers at each other. Yeah, the F word was used way too many times. The sidekick threw, I guess it was an M80 or M60 or whatever those things are that's like pinky thickness, threw it up on the deck. My wife was text messaging or Facebooking or something, and it lands on her bicep. About the time everybody screamed, then she looked up and realized it was laying basically on her arm, and she just jumped. And at least, I mean, it was just, it's funny now, but it probably wouldn't have been funny then.
See, that's one party over here that I'm glad that I missed.
It only happened about 3-4 good times, yeah. And nobody was throwing them anymore because it was kind of to the point of, what are we thinking? Something stupid's going to happen. It always does. So, why are we going to, play part of that?
See, that would have been the one where I'm going to be looking at Facebook and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're at the hospital. Oh, and
that's right. It's exactly right. How did that happen?
Yeah.
And that's how all good stories, what had happened was, and every time you hear that, you already know something stupid's coming, something good's coming though. So now explain how you got into your podcast type stuff anyways. We were just having a conversation about what podcast is. So what made you get into it? How did you get involved with that?
Well, I wonder how many people actually know what podcasting is. Podcasting is the old school version of simply recording an audio and releasing it through multiple channels. Like, for example, my podcast is on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Player FM. We're syndicated through Voice Republic in Switzerland, and we are also on Blog Talk Radio. But a podcast, and, I was doing podcasting before podcasting was cool. And
Wait, is it even cool? I'm just having to ask. Sorry, I just had to pick. I get accused of being a podcaster, and I'm like, I didn't even know what the hell podcasting was. I had just told Anissa, I was like, here I am fixing to turn 5 years old with a radio station. And just last year, somebody said something about podcasting. I'm like, I need to go find like some YouTubes to see what podcasting is. And I see like the fat guy, the Cheetos, a crappy microphone. Like I saw some podcasting, and what was so sad is my mic and my boom cost what their whole studio cost. And I'm like, I am so above podcasting. So it's taken me some minutes to go, So when you call me a podcaster, you're really calling me a piece of crap. Is that what you're calling me? No,
that is.
I'm not saying that about you. I'm saying when they say that about me, I'm like, So you're saying that my Lambo is really a Volkswagen. I mean, that's what you're telling me.
Well, and the reason I got into podcasting, I have 2 children. And my daughter, when we moved to Rockdale County from Coweta County, number 1, it was a culture shock. And number 2, she was the victim of the most severe case of bullying that Rockdale County had ever seen in 2010, 2011.
Good Lord.
And when I say most severe case, I mean this child was hit in the back of the head with a literature book. She was stabbed with a pencil. She was tripped in the class. She was involved in 3 fights, 2 of which while the teacher was in the classroom. Now, I'm a former educator, so how a fight breaks out and you are literally in the classroom.
And you're not trying to stop it,
and you're
right?
not trying to stop it is beyond me. And, so that kind of, I call myself an accidental activist, and that experience with her bullying actually triggered a mental health condition, and she was later diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder. And when you're a mom and your child is hurting, and everybody's door that you've knocked on and said, hey, I need help, can you help me, and everybody closes the door in your face, eventually you get tired of knocking and you get tired of asking, and you're just like, you know what, I've knocked on the door, I've asked you for help, let me go build my own damn door.
I'm laughing over here because what you just basically was leading up to is kind of what I told Oz. Me and Oz had a discussion. He's like, Scotty, if you want to do something about the speeding, you need to go file this, and you need to go do this, and you need to go do this. And there was a buddy of his that was a lawyer sitting there, and the lawyer was kind of like, if this would have been a game of tennis, the lawyer was on the net, and he was looking left and then looking right, looking left and looking right. And Oz is saying all this, and I go, I don't have to. And he's like, but if you're going to, this is the way you do it. And I said, I don't have to. You have to play by rules. I have no rules. I have no rules. I have a big mouth, several microphones, and a huge audience. I don't have to play by your rules. So when the speeding is not handled the way that I've already made all the phone calls. Why isn't the speeding being handled? I've made all the phone calls. I've come and talked to the, Board of Commissions, and none of y'all did anything. So what do? What I want to do, I take it to the next level. So, I mean, that's just so.
You take it to the people.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
When you couldn't get results the way they tell you you're supposed to get results, what do? You take it to the next level.
And that's exactly what I did. And I didn't, I had no audience.
Mm-hmm.
I was a former everything. I was a former police officer, a former elementary school teacher, and I was a former dean of graduate studies. But yet here I am with this child who is broken beyond belief. So I took it to my friends. I took it to, and I remember my best friend, Sharon. Sharon and I, those of you who follow us on Facebook, y'all will see our hilarious antics. Sharon is like, she's like the black lesbian Republican. I don't even think those things even go together, but it
really doesn't sound, but you know what? It right there just proves that we are all entitled to our own beliefs.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Just for Fun's all about. I want everybody to just, even if I tell Mike, you're stupid, you're wrong. That's just my opinion. Now, we've still not proved that he is right or wrong. We've still not proved if he's stupid or not. But the fact of it is, when he puts the little cheetah headband on and thinks he's Tonto, then we can say he's a little stupid. But we want everybody to have their own opinion because we have enough people in the world trying to suppress us and tell us we're wrong.
Oh my gosh. So, that was the whole reason why I started, why I got into it, to give a voice to the voiceless. And when Sharon and I did our first,
hey, now I copyrighted that. You owe me a quarter for that one because never mind. Just keep going.
You don't have a swear jar. you don't even have a jar out here for me to put a quarter in.
There might be something in the jar. I'd have to find it. We got crap everywhere.
I don't even want to go there. But, so Sharon and I we did our first show and we talked about adolescent mental illness because, when you are in the middle of the storm of something like that and there are no resources, you feel so alone.
Oh, yeah. Because who do you go to? Because there's nothing built to protect
built.
People like that.
No.
That's the thing that gets me is we have so many things. We have so many government funded things that take care of certain things, but if you're in the middle of that road,
yes,
we can't help you. You need to go see so-and-so. And then they say, we can't help you. And they send you back to the first person you were at.
Yes.
It's just a shuffle.
I call it the perpetual loop 22.
Right.
And so what I did with that perpetual loop 22 is I broke it. And I broke it when I went on the air and I started talking about, I had no experience in doing radio other than my bachelor's degree, which says I have a BA in mass communications, but I had no real experience. I just knew that I had to help my child.
Right.
And
having passion in it changes it all to begin with.
Yeah. And, and I was going to do it by any means necessary. So we did our first show and I never will forget Sharon goes, she's like, do we have at least 2 listeners? I said, yeah, your mom and my mom.
Yeah.
And so later I found out how to pull statistics and we ended up with over 800 listens on the first show.
Wow. That's neat.
And I was like, okay, Sharon. So then we reached out to one of my neighbors who's an attorney here in town.
What kind of attorney?
Her name is Laura French and she's actually a tax and estate attorney.
Okay. See, it comes in handy to know people.
yeah, especially tax and estate attorneys. If you are looking for, and this is a shameless plug for Laura, by the way, if you're looking for a great estate planning attorney in the Conyers, Georgia area, contact the French law firm in Old Town Conyers. Okay, no charge for that.
The first one's free.
But Laura, so we were trying to figure out, we talked about wanting to protect our families and heal from our hurts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so Sharon had actually just lost her wife to breast cancer. And in Georgia, back when Sean passed away, same-sex marriage wasn't recognized.
Right.
So Sharon couldn't even get a copy of the death certificate.
Mm.
And, Sean wanted to be cremated. And Sean's family wouldn't even give Sharon the ashes.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, it was just, it was horrible. And, even though Sharon and Sean had all of their proverbial ducks in a row, so to speak, the family could still come in and override.
Oh, yeah. They have final say-so. Whoever is that on that piece of paper has final say-so.
Final say-so. And, it was devastating, beyond devastating to watch.
That's horrible.
So we reached out to Laura to come in and, because I knew that Sharon needed a voice to heal through that pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did the show with Laura and that show drew over 1,800 listens. Now we still have no idea what we're doing. And I was like,
hey, we've been doing that for like 5 years. It's okay.
It's okay.
You know what? Just go with it.
And that's what I told Sharon. I said, you know what? I said, we're just going to go with this. She's like, well, how are we going to pay the bills? I was like, we're just going to go with it. She's like, well, I said, we're just going to go with it. I said, just flow with me.
Take a leap of faith.
Yeah, flow with me. So when I figured out, and we the only thing we were doing to promote we were doing bit strips. I don't know if anybody remembers the bit strip cartoons on Facebook.
Yes, but I still have them because I still want to use them here and there, and I just hadn't had time.
I love bit strips. You make me mad, I will bit strip you in a minute. I am the queen of bit strips.
Mine's called bitch smacks, but okay. We'll go with yours.
Yeah, bit strips.
Don't make me bitch slap you.
Don't make me bitch strip you.
That's funny. Don't make me bitch strip you.
And I have another one. I said, don't become a podcast topic.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, that's
I'm
kinda-
thinking, don't make me make you a podcaster. Just thinking.
Just think it.
Because we're from two different worlds. And what's funny is my buddy that likes to be that pushing of the envelope and say, man, you're a pretty good podcast. A minute ago when I said, that's like I'm a Lambo comparing me to a Volkswagen, he types, you're a Lamborghini.
Yeah, Scotty,
coming from a guy driving a van.
Scotty is a vintage Lamborghini. The one that you
Oh,
never take out of
thanks.
the garage.
Hey, you're kidless. Mike's here, but you're kidless. What happened? You told me you were bringing a kid. Please tell me that you didn't leave him at the convenience store.
It was a bad weekend for babies. I mean,
Mike sends me a text. I got to bring my grandson. He just comes in alone. So he's sitting in the car. Please tell me you rolled the windows down.
He's in the bag.
He's in the bag.
the baby's in the bag.
Baby in the bag.
Under the
One of those
table. Under the
signs
table.
on the car. Baby in bag. Hello.
Hey, Mike. Thank you
gotta
for
mute you for a
joining
second.
us. I was lobbying to have you a pickup service for you.
I heard that.
Yeah. She said she was going to privately fund the bus
I did
and
not
the
say I was
driver.
I'm going to find us some sponsors. I'm going to get Mercedes as our sponsor for the Mike pickup.
Oh, well, if that's the case, we need that new black on black Mercedes limo looking van.
How about I just get a car that runs?
We'll have to get a sponsor from Geo or Saturn or somebody.
They
That,
still make Saturns.
I don't know. Somebody,
No.
We'll get you a Hyundai. That's what we'll get you, Mike. We'll get you a used Hyundai.
You know,
Oz.
I have always heard that cars actually sound like their name. So Volkswagen, Honda.
But isn't Volkswagen actually Volkswagen?
Well, yeah, the word Volts is like people, like folks.
Yeah, but I mean, in German, if they try to say Volkswagen, say,
Volkswagen, yeah.
Okay.
Vergnügen. Du sprichst bisschen Deutsch.
yeah, I'll
Ich
take that
versteh's.
Danish and coffee. To go.
Danish. Why gotta bring up the Danish?
I'm just proud of you. Go start talking forward. I got to give you some kind of answer. Yeah, holla hakalala loogie at you too.
Hey, let's piss everybody off today.
On the one, y'all, I just came for the. I
She
came
thought.
for 2 reasons. No, I came for. Usually I come for the women and the drinks, but there aren't any women
That's
and
what
their
Mike
drinks.
said.
You missed Friday.
Yeah, you missed Friday. I told her, I was like, you
I
can
saw
come Friday. I told her, I
Yeah.
said, you can come Friday. Just know it's going to be like super busy here on Friday with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Not very adult like.
no, we were so far from adult that day.
Yeah, y'all were singing Nemo.
We probably were.
Yeah, y'all were.
I can't remember what was actually
That's me. It's just
being
long.
sang. Listen to me, sang.
Sighing. It was being sighing. It was being
That's
sighing
right.
real pretty.
It was being sang. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that.
I can.
So what's up, Mr. Mike? We were explaining how she got into all this.
I've been listening. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. Dock my pay, whatever.
Dock your pay.
Yep.
So I felt like Boss Hog talking to Roscoe. So I'll give you 50%, a 50%, a 50%, a 50%, a 50%.
Half of nothing's nothing.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You owe me some lint in your pocket.
Speaking
My belly
of Boss
button.
Hog and Roscoe, y'all, I am so sad over the Dukes. I'm not sad. I'm kind of upset over the Dukes of Hazzard.
Isn't that stupid?
I'm like, y'all, I grew up wanting to be Daisy Duke.
Well,
How y'all gonna mess with the Duke boys? I mean,
I did too.
here's the
kinda.
latest, though. They just showed a picture, and people are starting to complain about the Beverly Hillbillies that had a Confederate flag
oh my,
on one of the episodes.
I was like, y'all, come on up.
Stupid. But and then somebody else posted something like, okay, so if you're going to pull that, what about Hogan's Heroes?
Yeah. But you know what? In reality, guys, it's not about the flag.
It's all about stupidity.
Yeah, it's all about
Yeah.
other things. So it's
But the flag is a distraction for everything
Right.
else.
Well, that's what
Right.
we were trying to say. That is it. Ebola. Ebola. Well, I almost said E. coli, but that's what they found at Whitewater. So Ebola was a distraction.
Ebola was a huge. So it's like when elections come up, you have all of this stuff, and we're
Yeah.
getting ready to go into an election
Yeah.
cycle, and so now we've got all of the stuff with the flag. I guess we've cured Ebola. I mean,
Well,
we don't hear about it
well,
anymore.
I kept telling people, and me and Mike, I think, have a little bit of a disagreement on this, but I kept saying that I believe that when the the TVs were showing the ambulance going down the expressway
Mhm.
with no major police escort, that there's no way the guy that had Ebola was in that ambulance. And
Yeah.
people are like, well, they're transporting them. I said, no. If you have that expressway closed down for the president to come through, why would you not have the expressway closed down for the dude with Ebola? Because the president, yet, even though he's going to get us killed, is not that big of a threat compared to the Ebola guy. Like, all it takes is one terrorist and a Volkswagen bus to try to T-bone the ambulance. The guy with Ebola dies, his blood gets splattered everywhere, and everybody gets infected. And all of a sudden, you know, zombies.
I need you to stop watching The Walking Dead.
Man, I'm telling you, you just went on a rant.
But
No,
I just
I'm
mean
like-
there's no way that dude was really in that ambulance, or it would have been secured a whole lot better than that.
I think if you die, probably the Ebola virus dies as well. The host.
I don't
Nice.
know. But what if he ain't dead?
What if he ain't?
What if you were there with your coffee and my, you know, artery was spitting blood at you?
How's that go? That doesn't sound like an artery.
I was going to say that.
I've seen arteries and they don't make fart noises.
I don't know what noise it would make. You give me your sound effects of what an artery would make. That's your toilet.
Yeah, they is. You notice I'm wearing a different shirt.
But they say that when all that was happening, they were sneaking all these votes in Congress that we were not allowed to witness because
being that I've worked for the government for years and years and years and years, these conspiracy theories about the government, I always go, wow, y'all just don't know the government. I mean, they can't pull nothing off. They can't pull off the legitimate stuff.
Well, you know, it's like that movie. Remember that movie, Wag the Dog?
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
that's one of
Oh
my
my
favorite.
gosh.
Dustin Hoffman.
That
Yeah.
just shows. That's what I try to tell people. Every time something stupid happens on the news, I say, go watch Wag the Dog.
Wag the Dog.
And you'll understand why they're doing what they're doing.
What about Capricorn 1?
I hadn't watched that one.
You never watched Capricorn?
I've never
That
watched
was
one
about the moon landing being fake.
The faked one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I couldn't remember what it was called.
Oh, okay.
So do you believe we win or not?
Oh, absolutely.
My grandfather died saying that it was all staged.
Well, you remember.
But he also would have died if he saw me talking to my cell phone because he'd like,
Yeah.
boy, why are you talking to remote control to the TV? What you talking to yourself for?
I mean, I wanted to be an astronaut, and I was in aviation for years. So,
And ass you're not.
yeah. That should be something in the coin jar or the cuss jar.
I need a
We're gonna
order
need-
for the swear jar, please.
Yeah, we're gonna need more like a swear bucket.
What
There's-
the hell is that noise?
Oh, it could be.
Do you got a bomb going off?
Oh Lord Jesus!
Put that up
it's
to
a
the
fire.
microphone. Put it up to the microphone.
No.
I'm like waiting for some C4 to ignite.
Well, you know, I'm sitting here. I'm
Listen.
like, okay, do I need to?
Oh, it
unplug?
stopped. No, man, that thing was like, dee, dee, dee,
I know,
dee,
I
dee. I
heard
thought
it.
MacGyver was fixing to bust open a Swiss Army knife and try to rewire the studio.
I'm gonna need some snot and a hanger.
I need a coat hanger, some duct tape,
A gym
and two
clip.
crutches. Yeah, I mean, we'd have had Mike a brand new car before he left.
and a gummy bear.
So a 50-pound gummy bear.
Ah, what a day! What a day I'm having.
But it's only like 8 a.m. Right?
And Monday.
I don't
And
sleep.
Monday.
I don't sleep. So
Yeah, well, are y'all on each other's friends list?
I don't.
You
Think
need to get on each other's
Yeah,
friends.
You want to be my friend, Mike?
I do indeed.
Because you know I got.
Y'all have a lot of things in common. You both chase women.
Well, we're both lesbians, and that's important to me.
That's important.
And
That's
y'all
very
dress the
important.
same.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Not that she dresses like a guy, but Mike, on the other hand, doesn't either.
I have been known to wear women's clothes. I
I kept looking at him going, you do know that's not a pirate patch on your eye. And he turned around, and on the back, it looked like a jock strap, and it said "Eat it, Lucy's." And I was
Yeah.
like, Mike, those are thongs. That's.
I was running around the studio.
He kept
going,
thinking it was
"Arr."
Pirate Day.
I mean, I got it out of the laundry room.
I'm just gonna let you touch that one.
if y'all could see what I'm dealing with right now, just
Welcome.
Just
to
get the
family.
paintbrush out because we're
Yeah.
gonna paint
Welcome to
lovely.
the
We're
family.
painting some lovely trees, some lovely clouds, little
Wow.
pink
Ross.
butterflies.
never so much in the
Bob.
studio.
Bob Ross, rest in peace.
Rest in
Hey,
pieces.
Wow. Hey, I
Hey,
I had a very exciting weekend on Facebook. I do all the social media for the studio and all, and so I'm 24/7. I'm on this stuff, and I would really like to read a post that someone posted about me.
Okay, let's
Not-
go for it.
This is awesome. You're gonna love this. I tell you what, I just and I diced it up.
We just got interrupted. Let's catch this real quick.
Thank God.
Oh my
Probably
God, I don't even know what number this
yeah,
is.
it might be the person who posted this.
Just for Fun Radio.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh my gosh.
Morning.
What you doing?
What was that? Oh my God, for?
Because you're finding out this way that Mike's been raiding your panties in our laundry room.
I was wondering where those went. Are they pink and black? Or,
They're white, kind of lacy and pink.
those aren't mine. Well,
Those are my
anyway,
daughters, you perv.
Hey. When it's
That's
time-
what sucks is when I go to clean the laundry out and I pick out a pair of thongs. I'm like, yeah. And my wife walks in and goes, you know, those aren't mine. Oh!
Hey, just so everybody knows, Crystal, if you keep posting selfies like that last one, yeah,
Which one?
the one she's, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait, you were looking at Crystal?
every moment of every day, she knows I am smitten with her.
No.
Yeah,
That was her.
Yeah.
That was her stage name. Not stage name. Don't get me wrong, but when she first started hanging out with Just for Fun,
when a girl named Crystal has a stage name,
When-
I'm smitten.
when we first started dating, it wasn't knowledge that we were dating because she was still bartending and I was DJing and trying to keep the relationship out of everybody's eyes. So
Scandalous.
she
Yes,
would
scandalous.
she would sit off camera because we had video when we first started. So she would sit off camera and we would just call her Smitten. So she'd never be on camera. Nobody would ever know who Smitten was.
smitten the kitten.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah,
See?
man. I tell you what, that selfie where it looks like my butt on your chest, man, you got to quit that.
No, my wife does not have a hairy chest, dude. That's horrible for
How do you
you to
know my
compare
butt-
that.
How do you know my butt's hairy?
Well, I'm just assuming.
How do you know my
I'm
butt's
just
hairy?
assuming.
You said my hairy butt.
I just know my wife's.
Compliment, Mike.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want
You know
to
I
do
love
that.
you. You're
I don't
beautiful.
want to interrupt the show.
No,
but I just
never.
want to welcome Anissa to the show, and I'm super excited about Girls Talk, and that's next Thursday, right?
Yeah, we're starting it. She just informed me.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's great.
All right.
And
I'm
Crystal is
super
actually going to be
excited.
my co-host for the very first show. And while we're talking, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you are a woman, because
Ravens Renovation.
you know, and you want to come on and co-host with me, we are on 2 Thursdays a month, the second Thursday and the fourth Thursday of every month. So
And what we got to figure out this month, there's actually 5 Thursdays. Is
Oh,
that
that-
correct?
That'll screw us up. for
Well,
a
no,
year.
no, we're back because we missed the second. Sorry, go ahead.
We're not that
So
proud.
that's 5 paychecks in my world. I'm excited about that.
I am too.
me too.
I
I don't know why I'm excited about your paycheck, but I'm excited.
I'm
What?
excited too.
Whenever Crystal's excited,
We're all
excited.
excited.
So go back to if you're a
So
woman
if you're a
or
woman,
a wannabe woman, because we're not telling drags they can't come in.
you know, I love my drag kings and queens.
There's drag kings.
There are drag kings, and some of them are yummylicious.
What? Okay.
She'll have to define that.
yeah, I was
'cause
about to
we're
say,
lost.
I'm lost. I mean, drift
I can pull up
kings.
some pictures of some drag kings for you and post them on your wall, Scotty. Just for you.
You better not be posting no pictures of me on my wall. I can already see where you're going with this.
I really wish you would.
But-
What's a drag king?
Okay, well, hold on. Let me get through my shameless plug for the women for me trying to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
for me trying to get my female host, the co-host in here. So, you know, it's always a lot of fun to have somebody to talk to when you're doing this. Otherwise, you kind of look like a monologue talking to yourself. And I would love to have co-hosts in here with me. So we're going to launch next Thursday with Crystal and Chandra Wright from Girls, which is a nonprofit. I'm really excited about that. And so Chandra will come on. And so if you have a nonprofit, notice I said non-profit. That means you aren't making any money. Okay.
Ravens Renovation.
Yeah. So, but if you have a business,
Sorry, that's a joke.
if you have a business and you want to come on, you're welcome to, but we need you to be a sponsor.
Yep, and I'm going to get out. I'm off this Wednesday and Thursday. I have plans to go out and about. There's a rustic fair in Covington. I've heard great things about it. I'd like to stop in a few places like that and just invite the females there to listen in and let them know that Girls Talk will be going on. So we all need everybody's help trying to get the word out. I will be in there with you for the first show, of course, as many as possible, but I'll just want to help you promote it, get it off the ground. I think it's going to be pretty awesome just to be able to talk about things that moms and women and, that we all go through. And some guys will probably want to listen in and get some pointers as well, I'm sure, because it'd be like a sneak peek, kind of like our own 50 Shades of Grey.
That's right.
50 Shades. I call it 50 Shades of Grey on steroids. Anything over here at Just for Fun Radio is always on steroids.
Yep. Well, look, everybody have a fantastic day. I'm getting ready to walk into my real job here. And I just want to wish everybody a good day. And more than anything, I just want to welcome you to Just for Fun. And we'll be in touch.
Awesome.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Thank you, Crystal. We love you.
Monday.
I love y'all. And everybody be good.
All right, love you, babe. I'll shout out to you later.
Love you, babe.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody, we're going to shout out the commercial real quick, and we'll be right back. We're at that 20-minute mark
20
or
minutes.
more. So everybody hang tight. We'll be right back. And Ravens Renovation, if I remember correctly, you need employees. So send me any information, and we'll shoot that out there when we get back from a commercial. Bye. I say bye like I'm hanging up the phone.
Yeah.
Like you're
Bye.
hanging-
Bye.
Goodbye.
We'll see y'all. We'll
Can't
be
do
back
that
in a
with cell
minute.
phones. You can't hang it. Click.
All right, remember, camera runs the whole time.
24/7, yeah.
What a day. What a day.
It's only 8 o'clock, honey.
Yeah. I'm actually going to attempt to ride my motorcycle for a few minutes.
Right now? That just sounded weird when you were going in the bathroom.
So how old is your grandson?
Grandson is 11.
Oh, that's the same age as my son. Oh, that's scary.
Grandson's 11, granddaughter's 4.
How old is your daughter?
25, but not, she married Brian, and he had,
Okay.
so she's kind of married. He used to be a police officer. Well, he was at Rockdale SO for a while. Then he went to Covington PD, and my daughter was with Rockdale SO.
Okay. Yeah, I dated Rockville, so.
Yeah, my daughter left a couple months ago. She couldn't take it no more over there.
It's been, Rockdale's got some challenges.
And they're losing.
I'll tell you afterwards. I just thought I'd show you that because it's funny.
Okay, wait, are you Michael,
Madsen.
yes, we are Facebook friends.
Okay.
Who was that chick? That chick that went off on you, she was 50 Shades of Crazy.
What was that about?
Yeah, we'll talk about this when we go back on air, but
Yeah.
that heifer was, and I wanted to respond to it, but I was like, because I saw what she was doing, because she was baiting, playing it simple, because she was like, obviously you're not a veteran, and
Oh my
I'm
God.
like,
Nope, it just says military, Mike.
but then when Mike responded back, I mean, heifer,
I didn't.
you did, you were
I was
very,
extremely polite.
but your friends had your back.
Right, my friends are.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people, because when people start attacking me, I sit there and say, I can't respond.
Yeah.
So I'll send a text to somebody and say, are you reading this? And they're like, yes. And I'm fixing to light it up.
Yeah. Well, one of my friends.
Let them light it up, because
is
we
the
can't.
CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, and he jumped in with both feet. And then there's another one who contacted me on the phone. He said, "Would you like me to join in?" And I was like, "No, sir. He's about to be the ambassador to Afghanistan." And this gentleman complained. He was the deputy commander of USAID in Middle East Asia.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, these are big, important people, and I don't want them to jump in because I try to get. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying
saw.
to get to the point.
Right.
It wasn't.
But you weren't going to get to the point with her,
She
Mike.
was
But
racist.
yes. And I was like, and I couldn't figure out where it came from.
What was being said? Or are you going to save
Okay.
it before we get back on the show?
Well,
Yeah,
let's save it.
Yeah,
But
just save it.
Okay.
The whole point of it is you know how I feel about racism.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking detest it, and I will point people out in a second.
Right.
And they hate
And then I need you to tell me what's going on
Yeah.
here, because I'm hearing they voted no bailout, and I don't know enough about what's going on with the Greeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greece
So
went bankrupt.
save it until we go back, because I don't catch a lot of it, but he fills me in on a lot.
Well, you know, but Greece going bankrupt, though, I mean, that ultimately impacts all of us because our markets are all tied together, and that's what people don't realize. And, you know, but have you noticed that with all of this stuff going on, we haven't heard once about what's going on in Greece?
Mm-hmm. The only thing I've been seeing is a little bit in the mornings on the news, just a tad.
We're too busy focused.
And then-
Keep them distracted. Just keep them distracted. Keep them distracted. Oh, go back to that cake picture.
Doesn't that look good?
Oh my
Look at that,
God.
Twix.
Oh
I mean,
yes.
Kit Kats.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay, so while we're on break, okay, so quick as we were talking this morning about merging two of the shows together a little bit, because we're going to do guns and gadgets and tech stuff with Mike. I said, you know, several people were already asking us to do a woman's show at Gravity. So at the same time, I said something about you going to the gun show or gun shop, the shooting range rather.
Right.
And then she mentioned that she's done stuff down there before too. I said, so I could just see us doing
Cross-pollination.
Yeah.
several mobile events in different places.
And I love guns. Oh my God, I love guns.
And the cool thing is it say we end up there, and it really wouldn't matter if it was your night or her night, but you have the recording of audio on here where you can still say, we're down here now, and you can interview a couple people, and then all that plays back when you're in the studio for your show. So
Like what I do on my podcast.
yeah, you should
I
be
want that
great
ding.
at that.
I want that
You
ding.
should be great at the recording stuff.
I felt insulted for you.
You felt it. You know what? We're going to talk about that on the
We'll
air.
talk about that. Remember, the good stuff's getting wasted off air. Well, it's really not off air because they're still watching on video.
What a day.
I want Bitch Vodka as a sponsor.
I don't know anybody with them, but that doesn't mean that we can't find them.
Crown.
I think they're it's Vixen Vodka that's local.
Dixon.
Yeah.
Because between
Well, in the state
Between
of Georgia, there's
two
like three
bars,
vendors.
we can find them.
Every bit of alcohol made in the state or distributed in the state has to go through one of these three major vendors. That's how the taxation works.
Okay.
So we'd have to contact them and then find out who the representative is through the
I'm
the
asking
distributor.
to find Dusty now.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. I want Bitch Vodka and I want Vixen because those are the only two female-owned vodka companies.
Really?
Yeah.
So you've got target rich environment, man. Wish I was a girl.
You can be. We'll call you Michelle.
Drag king, you never explained
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, drag king is actually women who dress as men. Drag queens are men who dress as women.
Maybe I should just stay away from the drag races.
The drag races. Yeah, because the burnouts you got aren't exactly the right one.
Yes, you can go.
I can go in so many different directions.
I mean, I'll help you. I love that.
I'm just loving it because it's going to give our Thursday a pop. I've got to get that computer to Jacob and then let him do like a Wednesday.
I got this sheet of Thrive. Let me find somebody who can try to read this.
All right.
I'm at my end there with it.
All right, we're there. We're live. And we're back for more. What was that Stephanie said? That's all I got to say. I can't remember when she did that now. I have to go find that. So go back to where we were. We had like 3 conversations off air. We said we were going to save to when we go back on air.
There was no
Greece. What's going on with Greece? Don't start singing lightning because I saw he was already starting to dance. I already saw
I was
it.
like, I don't think that's the grease we were thinking of. Like,
he was dancing in his chair. Were you fixing to go there?
Of course I
What was you going to say? Go ahead.
No,
You don't even
it's-
remember.
No, it's over now.
You're the one that I want. You are
That's
the one
where
I
I was
want.
going. You know I was. As soon as I started dancing, I just got to cut over real quick, and he was like, "Oh no, I do." I hate it.
Okay, so Greece.
Greece. Okay, here's the thing. I'm thoroughly confused on the whole Greece thing. Obviously, they've been living it up for years, spending more money than they're taking in, and as far as revenues, tax revenues, and whatnot. And so the country is completely unstable. They couldn't continue to pay out. Let's say their form of welfare and things like that. That's where it originally started.
Okay,
Right,
so
they went bankrupt.
where we're acting, they've already done.
Well, here, look at it like this. Look at the Soviet Union. What happened there with their financial, regime is that they were basically spending all that money at the top levels of government and officials and all that other stuff through corruption. They didn't have enough money to feed their people. Okay, so that's kind of what's happening in Greece. But here's the thing is that even what we would refer to as someone, that's poverty, in Greece, that level is still higher than our poverty. I mean, they were getting 600 to 800 euros a month for welfare, which is, $1,500.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And so, and then you have to think that over in Greece, not talking about driving expensive cars and all that other stuff, but 600 to 800 euros, you can live pretty good,
Wow.
All right. So of course the euro is going like this too, before all this happened. Well, the two largest collectors from Greece, because Greece obviously is having been borrow money to run their government. Well, they've been borrowing the money from Russia and China.
Wow.
That requires a monthly payment of interest back.
Right.
They missed their payment this month. So
Yeah, but here's the stupid. So I borrow, just go small. So I borrow 100 and have to pay back 10 this month.
mm-hmm.
So it means I really only borrowed 90. I mean, did they not
Well-
realize that they're borrowing it and giving it right back to the very same person?
plus interest.
Plus interest.
Yeah.
Right.
So Greece obviously was figuring things out, and they said, okay, let's put it to the people, which is a bad idea. So these people were rioting in the streets last week.
Right.
And then this week they voted not to get a bailout from like the IMF, the International Monetary Fund.
Well, because you already owe two people, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
So now you're going to owe a third.
what
What happens? Who's cashing in is the problem.
Russia and China?
What I'm saying is, what did they have as collateral?
Probably property.
Okay.
I would think
That's
I
what
would
I'm
think
getting at
land.
is what is it that they get in return?
Yeah.
Most of the time they do bonds when they borrow
Yeah.
money like that. They
So
issue
it's-
bonds.
So it's kind of it's a bond is kind of like on your word, but there is something truthfully backing it, and
Yeah.
basically it's your money is backing it.
Well,
Yeah, but if you have no money, how are you backing it?
that's like the city of East Point. And, I'm probably going to get slammed for this and unfriended and everything else. But remember when the city of East Point, when they had to borrow money to make payroll several times. And
Why didn't they just cancel East Point and annex them in as Atlanta and be done with it?
Look,
Hey,
What?
just saying.
Uh-uh.
If you can't afford to be, then don't be.
But see,
When Kim Basinger tried to buy Brazelton,
Scotty, you can't do that because the people that you would be punishing are not the people who
Right.
spent the money.
well, those people were going to be the one that would be hurting at the end of the food chain.
Mhm.
well, why don't we just annex all of Conyers into the city of Conyers and be done with it?
Well, no, why don't we just annex City of Conyers into Rockdale and be done with it?
Wow. Okay, so moving on.
Because the city folk
Look,
in
neither one of
Conyers
us are going to have
don't
any
think
friends
right.
after this
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
We're
so-
not going to have any friends. We're going to have to be friends with each other.
No, but the thing is there's more people that think like us
absolutely. I mean, and let me tell you something.
than the people that are against us.
The people voting to not have the IMF throw a bunch of cash at them. Last week, you couldn't have made a bet with me about that. So it's a complete turnaround. But here's the thing: is once you don't have enough money to pay the most needy, okay, the welfares and whatnot, what happens is those people are going to truthfully suffer because they can't make their rent payments. They can't make.
Well,
they
it's a
can't buy
trickle down
food.
effect into the economy. I mean, it's exactly what we saw with the housing bust. When
Exactly.
we had the housing bust,
Yep.
that and I can speak from Rockdale County on that end because that was one of the reasons why I came down here and bought property was because of the housing bust because it was pennies on the dollar.
That's right. And that's
Yeah.
where we were for a while.
And you know,
Still to this day.
and that's where we are in a lot of places. But
Sure.
I
you
mean,
know-
I went and saw my old house that I left in 2011, and it looks identical now as it did then. It's been
Yeah.
sitting unoccupied since 2011.
Well, for the longest time, short selling, and that's what that is short selling, short buying, has been frowned upon by the average investor because you look like you're a shark in the water. You're swimming around
I
looking
was
for
a shark in the water.
absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
And,
And I'm okay
here's the
with
thing,
that.
that's one of the secret handshakes of the rich and famous.
Right.
That's what you do. I mean, look at me. I
They
buy
should talk about it.
you've seen my stock
Yeah.
purchases. I buy all sorts of stuff. And right now my big thing is marijuana.
Yes.
I buy marijuana. The
Y'all,
grow
he's not
lights.
talking about.
Yes, can we
buying,
please make sure he's not
talking
buying
about
dime bags?
marijuana.
No, I never buy a dime
Look,
bag.
Mike is not buying
Yeah.
dime bags on the corner of.
No. I get it by the pound. The hydroponics that
Yes,
are involved,
all
the
that's-
lighting,
the lighting.
the
Yeah.
housing.
It's
And
a business now.
It's
well,
a
you-
business.
You know who backs, and it's secret, but you can find it. You know who backs all these small startup companies?
Who?
The pharmaceutical industry.
Mhm. Yeah, because if they're smart, they would own all that.
They do.
You know,
They
if
do,
they were
and
smart.
It's a beautiful thing because it's going to be a multi-billion-dollar business once it. And it's.
I mean,
good.
it's like the fireworks. People don't realize when they legalized fireworks how quick they made money off of us.
Oh
Oh,
my
I mean,
gosh.
Everybody around my entire lake was shooting off
Yeah.
fireworks. That just goes to prove that I know what we had in cost for
Yeah.
what we paid when we were out of state buying it, and we were seeing our neighbors shoot off bigger, louder,
Yeah.
shinier,
the
which means they bought from here.
the average markup on fireworks that are purchased Class B from China is 1,000% markup.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's like sex toys. Sex toys has a 400% markup. Well, I know because I have a sex toy store.
Oh, do you? We need a sponsor for Ladies' Night. I've been trying to find. We were going to work with Women of the World, and
I guess.
and it just didn't pan out. It was getting deep, and it just never panned out.
Women
And,
of the world. I'm
Women
good
of
with
the
that.
world.
Ladies, is it Ladies of the World, Women of the World? Something
Yeah,
like
what's the name of the show going to be?
I'm actually just going to call it Ladies Talk.
Ladies Talk. Cool.
That's right.
Cool. You got a
Ladies
Facebook page and all
that?
that?
No, we were just talking
We were
about
just
that.
talking about
Can
that.
knock that out. We'll get that going.
Yeah, if you want to make it, and then just
sure.
put all of us as admins.
Yeah, absolutely. That way we can shoot it out.
Something
save
like
it.
really frilly and with some lace and everything.
Mike will need you to get. I know you'll be in the comforts of your own home. Just get dolled up so that you kind of get in the mood. It's like the movie What Women Want with Mel Gibson. You know, he goes in there and starts shaving his leg and putting
Yeah.
on the leggings and the
think
makeup.
movie
Yeah, Mike,
with
you don't have
me-
to shave your legs.
Yeah, the movie with me would be more like what women don't want.
Oh my Lord!
Okay, so we talked about Greece. Of
Yes.
course, that's going to trickle all over the world. That is going to be a proverbial ripple.
Okay, and Anise had brought up something I didn't think about. Our global economy is tied in with them as well. Is that what you were
Yes.
saying?
Yeah, what people don't realize is, nobody's really paying attention to what's going on in Greece, but all of the global economies are all tied together. So it's kind of like a domino effect. If one falls, then all of them start to topple. And, while everybody else is all distracted with what's going on here, what's going on here is important, but what's going on around the world is going to ultimately change our lives.
I would think, if you look back, let's say 100 years,
Mm-hmm.
the United States economy was the United States economy. And we did, of course, do, different import, export, and trade with other countries, but it wasn't a reliance. We didn't have to have it to survive. Now, because of social media, of course, the electronic age, transfers that happen digitally, Bitcoin.
Oh my God, Bitcoin.
What a dangerous.
What the hell
scenario.
is Bitcoin?
You don't know about Bitcoin?
You don't know about Bitcoin?
No.
Jeez, that's a whole nother show.
That's a
dude.
whole nother show.
What? Give me just a quick idea what it
Bitcoin
is.
is basically an electronic currency that's backed by nothing.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the best way to
That's the
explain
best
it.
way to explain it.
Like if I did something, okay, and
I
she
can
was,
pay him in Bitcoin.
she could pay me in Bitcoins, which is just completely electronic. It's digital. There's no physical form, and basically,
So it just takes your numbers from your accounts.
no
our numbers.
Let's say
just-
she pays me 100 Bitcoins, okay, and then Oz is here tomorrow, and I want to buy something from Oz, I just use, let's say,
Your
50
Bitcoins,
of my
yeah.
Bitcoins to him.
But where do the Bitcoins physically exist?
They
They don't.
So how's this even legal?
Well,
It's
So
believe me.
this Bitcoin doesn't like tie to your checking account and
No.
is actually physically real money?
there's no real money because, like, if you go on some sites, it'll say PayPal,
Mhm.
Visa, MasterCard,
Right.
Bitcoin.
Well, and I know like PayPal comes
Pay-
off my check card or my Visa.
But
Different.
not Bitcoin. Bitcoin.
No, but that's what I'm trying to grasp.
But okay, Bitcoin is kind of like how like when you play Farmville on Facebook and stuff like that.
All the fake stuff.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fake money. It's I call it monopoly money.
So you can physically really buy something with fake money.
Yes.
How is this? What
There.
world am I in? Bizarro land?
Well, they're actually talking about some major retailers
Accepting Bitcoin.
accepting Bitcoin, like Amazon.
How? If it's not
Well-
physical, I mean, it's not going to physically come out of my checking account.
Well, let's think about this. During the Civil War, the North had money and we had money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you see what I'm getting at? Anybody can start printing it up if the
Okay, so we're fixing to come up with another type of currency.
Dude, this has been around for
This has
years.
been
No,
around
no,
for
no, no, no. I
years.
get you. I get this point, but what I'm trying to get at is
Give me a high five.
so I'm not going to have a bank account where I can go in and go give me my Bitcoins,
No,
but I can get it put on a card.
It
no,
will-
it's not
yeah.
going to be on a card. It's
I'm,
just,
I'm
it's-
just using
yeah.
it figuratively,
You
so I
can-
can get it put on something.
You can scan something. And
Yeah. in your Bitcoin.
Has anybody seen the movie with Justin Timberlake about time
Yeah.
and your arm and it's expiring, but they can
Mhm.
get more time?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was all really no money. It was just
That's
well,
Bit-
if you think
so
about
that's
it,
the same
why
thing.
why should we continue to print or mint the dime? You know,
I think pennies are stupid. We should be using that copper for other stuff.
well,
yeah, but copper doesn't have a high set resale.
No, but
value.
what's the
It's
point of us
not.
having pennies anymore? We throw them at people.
penny's not made out of copper anymore.
My
They're-
point is,
Well, you got to have them for the Boy Scout race cars because that's what makes them go fast.
yeah, because we can't buy washers. That's my point, though. Do you know how many Abe Lincolns I've drilled a hole through and that become a washer?
Do you
Do
know,
you know how
much it
many
costs to make a
people?
penny?
Do you know how many people that's got on my ash on my motorcycle and pennies have accidentally flown from my right hand at 60 miles an hour? Accidentally.
Accidentally on purpose.
Okay, well, here, let me show you, or let me demonstrate to you how ridiculously stupid our government truthfully is, and way they hold on to certain aspects of our heritage.
I mean, we invented a dollar based on what gold was worth.
Mhm.
So I don't find what you're saying unbelievable. I'm just trying to figure out, like, so I'm going to start getting paid in an imaginary dollar, which
Well,
I'm okay with if it's physically going into an
It's-
account,
Yeah,
whether it's
yeah, but okay, like for example, I do stuff on Fiverr sometimes,
a
and
doctor told me I need to eat more of that.
No, Fiverr is awesome.
Fiverr is
We're going to be.
I know it's fiber. At 50 years old, you need lots of it.
We're going to be doing a lot of. We'll be talking about that Wednesday night.
Fiverr, Scotty, not Fiber.
I'm dyslexic. She gonna try to spell to me. So Fiverr. What is Fiverr?
You don't know what Fiverr.
Dude, I'm like a George Washington kind of guy. I know where my dollars go.
Mike, where did you find him?
He found me.
The problem is y'all got to remember, if I don't know this, that means like 50% of our listeners might not know this either.
No, Scotty, you're just the 1%.
I'm the 1%. Gee whiz. We got air high fives going over here. I'm the 1%er right now.
I like
See, Ravens, we didn't even have to buy a vest.
I like her.
No, but Fiverr isn't.
Y'all trying to make me feel like the stupidest guy in the room, ain't you?
Mm-mm.
Y'all are teaming up on me.
You're doing it
You're
all
doing
on
it
your
all by
own.
yourself.
Bing!
Good God, do y'all see this? Y'all are watching this too, right?
I hope so.
Okay.
Okay, so Fiverr is a wonderful service. It's $5, and when Fiverr first came out, I was like,
It'll never make
it'll
it.
never make it. Yeah,
Why didn't we buy stock in that, huh?
because it's privately owned. It hasn't done an IPO yet.
And it's made up of probably about 100,000 individuals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when Fiverr is going to open for public trading, and I do want stock in it.
Yeah. Good luck.
We're gonna, Mike. You and I are gonna team up. We're gonna get that.
Hey,
We're
my
gonna get
my
that.
investor needs to know this information,
I
y'all.
know, but the thing about it
And my
is the
investor's a
average
church
person-
going guy. I'm trying to discuss how to
Average-
get him to buy pot for me.
Average folks like
Not
us.
pot, but pots. Not pots. hydroponic stock.
Yeah, sure, that's it. That's what the kids are calling it. Hey,
Oh
man,
my
let's-
God,
let's
that
smoke-
sounded so horrible.
let's
So I'm
smoke
trying
a
to get my
hydroponic.
investor to buy me some pot. Oh my God.
Fix it, Jesus.
Yeah,
fix it.
really. Satan. For average investors like us to get a piece of an IPO like
So what's Fiverr? What is
Okay,
Fiverr?
hold on. Let me tell Scotty
Yeah.
what Fiverr is. Okay, so Fiverr is a service where you pay $5 and you can get a logo done. You can get.
anything?
I use them for my voiceovers on my podcast all the time.
And that's where I've already got the account set up for just for fun, and that's
If
where
we can get Joey
we-
on board.
and
Okay.
I mean, Fiverr is incredible. A lot of people, you know,
No, that was the whole thing for getting Joey on board. Keep going.
oh, see, you were so late. You were so late. You
I
were
know,
like- that
because
was
my
like
mind-
a 30-second
No.
delay.
My mind was trying to process something, and I bit my lip, and I said it in my mind, and then I went ding. So y'all just missed it. Because Mike was over there biting his lip, going, "Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it,
I'm
don't
like the
say it."
handler now, so I got
Yeah.
stress on me.
Okay,
now.
so they do a little of everything.
They do a lot of everything. Pull it up.
So they're
Pull it up.
Walmart of
They're the
the computer
Walmart-
industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, not just the computer industry. I mean, you can do translation. You can do
yeah,
like, okay, I sent my now wife. I sent her a personalized Fiverr card for our
Cool.
anniversary.
now here's the thing: is it's called Fiverr, and the basic service that these people are providing for you starts at $5. Okay, but if you want, like you remember when I was dealing with the logo and stuff like that, they can redo your logo. Now, basically, they might just want to do it in black and white for $5, but for another $10, they might do this, and they'll do commercials. That's where
Well, we need to get them to redo the logo then,
No,
because
we
my
don't.
font. Well, my font is no. What I'm trying to say is, I need them. My font is like this small,
I know.
and I need to get it in a bigger format.
Mhm.
Because when we enlarge it, it's grainy. So I need
Right.
them to redo it.
Well, you say them, but it's
It's just one person.
just
it.
one person.
Them,
Yeah.
their,
But-
it, company.
Wednesday night at 7:00, if you could make that, I have a meeting set up with the other individual that
Where?
here in
Here?
the studio. I was going to talk to you about it, but
I love all these
Oh, wait,
surprises.
so Mike,
I'm-
that's how we do it. We just use we
Well-
just use Scotty's house like that.
Yes,
No,
because
this
it's
is
the studio. It's the
It's the
studio.
Oh,
He's cool
okay.
with that.
I'm cool with it.
I'm talking to him about it. But here's the thing: is with Scotty, what you're going to find out is you're going to need to have all your ducks in a row.
And just do it sometimes.
Don't explain it to him as you're doing it, because he will shoot holes in it like a World
Oh, that's just
II
like my
machine
ex-husband.
gunner.
So look, just treat Scotty like my ex-husband.
Well, what
and
it
then
is
everything will go
because
fine.
y'all are
Okay.
on topics that I've not.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I've been growing this direction with and learning as I
Wait,
go.
wait, which direction have you been growing, Scotty?
This direction. And
Y'all, that is not where his hands were initially
Yeah,
pointed.
and it's you can't see it on YouTube,
can't.
but,
but
we can.
my catch is I've been growing only based on the knowledge. Like when I decided to do this, I didn't know how to do this. Nobody taught me how to do this. I've
Well,
learned how to do all this.
I
So that's kind of where Mike's now going, okay, just like you two talking about Fiverr and me not knowing what the hell you're talking about or
And
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
So, yeah, it's just part of it.
but
But
here's
this
the
is the
thing.
transition,
This
and
is
it's the world we're going to.
And not only that, Scotty, but in the past, and you and I have argued and argued and argued. In the past, you've had folks that had made promises or assumptions.
Right. Well,
with
see,
you.
when Mike first got here, Mike had all these great ideas, and he didn't know he was on a silent probation,
yeah,
meaning I got to watch you before I can trust you.
yeah,
Because I let other people come in here and I went by what they said, and I put it this way. One of them was involved with something that I found out that could be considered criminal and people could go to prison for.
yeah.
And
Orange
I'm like,
is not the new black. I do not
I'm like,
look good
dude,
in orange.
you got to get the hell up out of here. I cannot have a con man under my roof.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You got to go.
So it's-
So then Mike shows up and he's like, I got these ideas. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, shut up.
We're
and
just-
sit down.
You just be part of the show for right now.
So 6 months later, he's starting to trust me with stuff. But I'm telling you, the best thing to do if you want to fly anything by Scotty is put it all together. Don't put it like a PowerPoint presentation, because he will not stay
No,
focused.
You gotta
Scotty
du- you gotta dumb
Scotty
it down.
has the attention span of a gnat.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well,
And
it's
the
because
lights
I'm
on.
still running 100 miles an hour.
The best thing to do is when he's sitting down and he's trapped in the show. See, you throw it at him.
Doing a commercial break.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
no,
no,
he'll
he'll
try to
get
say
out.
he'll try to say it live because he knows I can't on camera. I can't go. What?
Well, no, he has many times. But the thing about it is
But it's growing, and we
his-
gotta have it.
his mind is in 6 different directions,
Yes.
and he's playing chess, and this is his livelihood. So where you're dealing with other people sometimes in this type of format, they might just go, yeah, what the hell, blah blah blah. But he can't do that, because what we're doing right now is the bread and butter of the entire station.
Right.
So we got to keep this going and
Well, I
exciting
got
and
out of
growing
I got out of hustling in the bars
yeah.
that was paying for all of this to build this, and now that this is here, it's like I got to keep it going in a certain direction because I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forwards.
I don't want to go back in the
And-
military.
And the thing too is I'm the entertainment. I try to tell people, look, I'm an entertainer doing what I do, but I also have the vision of where I want to be. And the best way to say it is I know what's at the end of the yellow brick road. I just don't know how to get there.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of lefts and a lot of rights and a couple
And that's-
detours, but
well,
I
that's
still
where-
know where I
yeah.
want to be.
Hey, look, I'm excited because you and I are having intelligent conversations.
I'm going to give both of y'all a damn adjustment to bring y'all back down to my level.
Well, all I can say is that Fiverr is amazing, and you're absolutely right. They're
Yeah.
heading up to an IPO, an initial public offering of their stock. The problem is, man, I just don't think it's just like Facebook, the regular
God.
folks. And then Facebook went bam, and they came out with this market evaluation that was huge, and everybody was like,
it was
hell
skewed
yeah.
though, but
And
that
then it
market
went-
evaluation was skewed.
Yeah,
You know,
oh, absolutely.
Okay, so on the fake money, it's
It's Bitcoin.
it's not actually going to be fake money. It's still going to be a real form of currency.
It's Bitcoin.
I'll start getting-
say it, Scotty. Bitcoin.
Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
Bit, BIT con,
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
like Bit-
Okay.
coin, but
So
ton.
I'm going to start getting paid in Bitcoin. I'm using this as an imaginary thing. I start getting paid in Bitcoin, and then that's con.
Bitcoin.
You're
yeah.
going to correct me. And then that's how I can pay bills. So it's just going to be a computer generated money. I mean, it's not going to be a physical form
It's-
money.
well,
It's
it's
just
not
going to be
okay right now, and it's
one Bitcoin's worth $274.39.
actually most of us call it Bitcoin, like a coin.
Okay,
Just-
so I need to consider
okay,
a coin.
So right
Bitcoin.
now it's not backed by our U.S. government, but right now, if you and I were making a trade on something, we look up the currency conversion, okay? And let's say you owed me $500.
Right.
That would be 2 Bitcoins.
Okay, but the problem is this. I can't cash that in.
Yeah, but you can.
You can.
No. I could trade it for a product.
Or a service.
Or service.
Right, but I couldn't get cash from it. In other words, I'm going to trade you a Joe DiMaggio whatever baseball card for like 3 Hank Aaron's. But technically, unless I find somebody that's willing to give me some cash for those cards, I've just got something to start a fire with.
And Hank Aaron was during my time frame. How can you deal with 3 Hank Aaron?
I don't know. I'm not even a sports guy.
I'm
I'm not even a sports guy. I'm just saying.
Okay, so let's throw this in there real quick, and I think maybe you'll understand. How much does it cost to produce a 1-cent penny? One
1/10 of a penny. I have no idea.
1.7 cents.
Okay.
It almost costs twice as much to
To
make
make
it.
Right.
it.
So why the hell
Do we still
do we
have
have
it?
I still
Just-
say get rid of the penny.
just by getting rid of the penny?
I
we
hate the
will
fact that you tell me
increase-
my gas is going to be $3.79. Just tell me it's $3.80 and be done with it.
Right.
Quit trying to lie to me. Quit trying to lie to me. Tell me that it's $2.99 and it's for 9/10 of a gallon. Listen, Acehole, I want to pay $3 for 1 full gallon and shut up.
Okay, well, I'd like to pay $1.90.
I'm with you.
Let Scotty pay the $3.
No.
Yeah.
But my point is, I'd rather pay $1.90 than $1.89. What are you trying to trick me thinking I'm paying a penny less?
No,
That's
the
ridiculous.
1995. What about everything is 1995?
And then you screw up and go, man, that's only $19. No, that's really 20 and 25 cents by the time you tax it or something. I
Right.
mean, it's stupid.
Now, a nickel. How much do you think it costs to produce a 5-cent nickel?
Boy, you better be glad you said that because I was fixed to say, well,
A
the
nickel
drug
bag?
people will tell you it costs a lot to produce a nickel.
$5.
I don't know.
How much do you think it costs to make a nickel?
What?
8 cents
To make a nickel.
to make a nickel. Now, wait, before you go crazy, I want you to think
That's
about
stupid.
something. Just to break even, if we were to just break even here, we would still have 3.7 cents extra in our budget. You see where I got that from?
Yeah.
A nickel costing 5 cents to produce, a
And
penny,
a penny costing
1.7.
1.7.
Okay, what if you got rid of both of them?
We don't use them hardly. I got a change jar upstairs. I don't carry nothing in my pocket anymore.
How much money do you think that would be? I don't know this one. And this is just military Mike on a rant. Stop making the nickel and stop making the penny. That would basically add 9.7 cents more to our annual budget, our annual federal revenue, just by getting rid of the two of them.
Right.
I mean, I understand people would lose their jobs, but hell, put some more people on the quarter.
Look, for that being said, though, those people might lose their jobs, but that means we would be saving more money
huge.
that could create other jobs. Like,
Right.
what happened to the people that used to have the truck that drove down the road and cleaned our streets? Like Rockdale County, down here at the end of my road, somebody pulled up to a stop sign and threw some parts, white picket fence stuff,
I saw
and
that.
it's been sitting there for 6 months.
Mhm.
And Rockdale is not cleaning it up. Nobody's cleaning it up. It's just been sitting there.
Okay,
It's been
but
sitting there
you
so long, there's weeds growing out of it.
You got a prison over there that's brimming with
Well, no, here's what's even worse.
cause.
I keep seeing the van come through here like once every couple of months with the probation officer and the probation people or whatever.
Yeah, the,
weed eating.
community service.
Why in the hell hadn't they picked that stuff up?
Okay, well, here's the deal. Those are community service.
Yeah, but
They have to work off their time because the judge
I got
said so.
you. My point is, but if they're weed eating,
Mhm.
why are they not picking that crap up?
It's not part of community service, I guess.
It's sitting right there
But-
at the
but
same
you've
place.
got-
They're weeding it,
Yeah.
but they're weed
eating
eating
around
around it.
Yeah.
That's you're weed eating around it.
Well,
like,
they're not
Pick
that-
it up.
Well, they're not that bright, believe me. Okay, so knowing that I know some sheriffs, I can tell you right now is whenever that detail comes up, and you probably back me up on this here.
Chris
Whenever-
Raven says he's going to start paying with Bitcoins.
Cool. There's just so many ways I can go with that one.
They'll just keep.
Yeah, I know. I got to keep going.
So he's already got a problem with the hooker not having a swiper for his debit card. I don't know how the hell he's going to pay her an EBT card. I mean, in Bitcoins.
Okay, so in my mind as a businessman, I'm sitting there thinking I've got a building full of what I would like to refer to as cost-effective manpower
yes.
that could get off there and
Yes.
and work. But here's the thing: is when that detail comes up over there, the SOs don't want to go out and do it.
Oh, of course they
It's
don't.
a pain in the butt. I don't
Because
wanna
we
do it. I
can
wanna
just
stay
sit here and twiddle our thumbs.
It's ridiculous, man.
We have become the wussification of
I
America.
can tell you something. If I was a sheriff, I would have the best looking community in the world.
Which would get you re-elected. Like,
Well, if I were a sheriff, I would actually show up to some of the community
yes,
events.
ma'am.
that's
Can I have the ding for that?
yeah. Go
please?
ahead. Go ahead.
Thank
Feel
you.
free to get you a thing.
There you go.
I can get me a ding.
Well, that's
Or
it's your
we
first-
can give you this one.
you don't get
Yeah.
to, you get the ding on your first day, so that's
I apparently need to get a new belt. I
I
mean,
got
a
the ding on my
battery.
first day, Mike. I mean,
but yeah, so
Not your first date. Your first day.
here we are.
I'm thinking Anita Ward. Let me ring your bell. Okay, never mind.
ring my bell.
my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling.
So there you go. There was a
Hey, speak some
musical interlude.
Spanish.
Which one of us?
You.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
No, she said something the first time. The sidekick was
Oh.
standing somewhere.
Oh, we were practicing rolling the R's.
No,
at
she said something
Los
and-
Flores.
Yeah, say it again.
Los Flores.
I said, golly. And Chris made a comment about her rolling her R's. She said, had plenty of practice.
There you go.
And then Chris, the sidekick, just turned pale white. He was just like,
Yeah. Chris
uh,
they weren't ready for me.
oxygen. and blood quit flowing to his brain for a second because all he could do is.
I'm sure that's not the first time that's happened to Sidekick. He's so white, he's transparent. I mean,
Oh my
geez.
God! So what do we got? We got any good stuff today besides making me feel stupid? Half our listeners are probably going, today's show is way too smart for us on a Monday morning.
No, I doubt that. Well, I wanted to read the thing where the lady went off on me, but that's not
Yeah.
that big of a deal.
Yeah, what is that? What happened?
Man, okay,
Military Mike, y'all.
Yeah,
The
military
name
Mike.
military is in his name. We
And
can't
he
go.
has a flag on his, he's got the American flag as part of his
Yeah,
profile
and then-
picture.
Yeah, well, it's not one show that doesn't go by that we're not talking about the vets.
Right. And
And this
everybody
woman.
knows. And I have other responsibilities with other pages and other projects and stuff like that. So, and I'm a big supporter of the Declaration of Independence. I love that document. I read it. I research it. I listen in on all sorts of lectures and all that other stuff. And it's, it's kind of like my study in religion. It's just for me. It doesn't make any difference. But this is what a woman posted about me because I made a comment about them complaining about kids shooting off fireworks. All right. I started it off with friends, Romans, and countrymen, ladies too. Miss Donnie Moore posted this about me. Please comment. Remember to be nice. I'm a
He
gentleman.
did say, remember to
Yeah.
be nice.
All right, she put in quotes, "You are a selfish, inconsiderate, narcissistic inbred. It's all about you and what you want. To hell with the suffering you cause someone else as long as you've been entertained. Grow up and start taking your community."
Does this woman know you?
No.
But then how the hell is she talking to you like that?
I'm telling you, girlfriend was one French fry short of a Happy Meal and a couple of flights shy of an elevator.
I'm sitting
It
here
gets
thinking
better. she's
she's talking to you like she's like, you know what? It sounds like a mother. I've told you more than once,
Yeah.
Junior. She's
Well-
talking to you like y'all have had some major conversation before.
Never spoke to her before. She was just on the thread as well. She said, grow up and start taking your community into consideration. You obviously were not man enough to have served in the military.
Oh my God.
Have you even ever heard of PTSD? If you have no consideration or respect for our military. You are a very sad and poor excuse for a human being.
This woman like smoking crack or
Yeah.
something.
And I mean, and then, but I love
Have you blocked her?
No, she
She
blocked
blocked
us.
me.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell.
yeah.
She blocked them.
There,
She blocked anybody that responded to that thread. She started blocking them.
Yeah, there were so many things that were
Write that
written.
name down right there.
There were so many things that were commented by
Don't
friends.
write it
and
in
stuff.
cursive so I can find it.
And it truthfully amazed me because
I just want to make sure when I send her a message and tell her she's an idiot, I'm going to actually send her the phone and tell her why don't she call in.
well, her friend kept going.
I know, and her
Barbara.
friend just would not let it go.
Her friend Barbara was texting me last night at 3:00 in the morning.
Saying what?
She had nothing better to do.
Apparently not. Well, you know what? I think she is starting to feel bad about the things that were said, and she's continuing to lash out. But it's
Is that it right there?
nope,
No,
no E. Did I put an E on there?
No.
Okay.
There's no
I
E.
see. I see. Oh, she must have just blocked
she blocked
everybody.
all of us.
Well,
yeah.
she knew about the radio station too. So
All right. Her name is DONNIMOORE. That looks like Dooney Moore.
Donnie, I'm
I
sure
think
it's
it's Donnie.
Donnie.
I thought he said it was a woman.
It is one.
It is a woman.
Well, Donnie, your mama and daddy was awfully damn confused.
But here's what it was: is they were complaining. Okay, now, y'all know the state law on fireworks.
The bad thing
Yeah,
is listen,
the one
if
that went
anybody
into effect on July 1st.
if anybody
11.
makes a comment about me just throwing her name out like that, here's the problem. You're on Facebook.
Right.
And if you're posting stuff, your name is next to it. Which means if I can see you're a dumbass, so can everybody else. Dumbass. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, the simple fact is people call it trolling.
Yes.
I get
and
accused of
trolling and
trolling.
flaming.
Yeah, I get accused of trolling all the time. It's like, well, I look at they're posting stuff. I comment on it. That's not trolling. And besides, some people feel that trolling is the best way to catch fish. So
I call it catfishing. Anybody, I want
Oh, no, you don't want a catfish.
I want everybody to know, here's how I do catfishing. And if anybody's listening, this would be something you need to watch on my Facebook. So if I have a problem with somebody, I will strategically word something. I won't name the person. I'll just say something. And at the end, you'll see me say, I'm catfishing. You'll see me type the words.
Yeah.
I am catfishing. A catfish is a nasty creature that sits on the bottom of the lake and just sucks any kind of crap that touches on the bottom of the lake. A catfish is one of the nastiest creatures on the planet. When you see me say I'm catfishing, I will be making a comment about how somebody's doing me wrong or something. I'll strategically word something. And you'll see me say I'm catfishing. And all my friends that know what when I say I'm catfishing, they know what I'm talking about. The first two people that usually chime in are the people I'm typing about.
Yeah, absolutely.
The first two that usually comment or hit the like button are the very two people that I'm talking about, because they're just sitting there. They hate me.
Yeah.
They want to talk smack about DJ Scotty to all my friends, but yet they want to stay on my friends list. They still want to come hang out with me. They still want to get on the bus. They still want me to take them to concerts. They still want me to get them in bars for free.
Oh.
They still want everything by claiming to be my friend, but yet they don't do nothing but talk crap about me. So if you ever see the word catfish or catfish in on any of my posts, reread it and see if you catch what I'm saying, because I'll purposely do stuff just to poke that bear.
Well, I did post, it appears to me that, that there's a lot
And
of
you were
disdain.
so polite, Mike. You
Well,
were
yeah.
way more polite than I would have been.
Well, I mean, and the thing about it is I found arguing with these people is kind of makes me look
Pointless.
stupid. you know?
Well, and that's kind of where I have to make people understand is once you start doing this and becoming a character / a person of just for fun, you always have to try to see the bigger picture. Like I had an episode with a somewhat past if you call him employee, person, friend, who wanted to bash another business, and I'm like, no, you got my name attached to you. You don't go bashing businesses, because I don't need anybody going, ooh, you be careful working with them just for fun guys, because if you piss one off, they're all going to bash you. No, if you're going to bash, you are doing it on your own. You will no longer be able to have an association with me, because I don't need to be known for that. If you got a problem, you go over there with the door closed and you talk to whoever you want to talk to, but you're not going to sit on my microphone and bash a business. I can't, you can't, we can't. That's just how it works.
Well, you know me, I've got a kind of strange sense of humor. Through all this back and forth, about 1 o'clock in the morning last night, I told her, I said, there was actually 3 people involved. There's Donnie, Sheila Freeman, and Barbara Jean Despain. I said, perhaps, I named the 3 of them, can get a Groupon for an anger management class.
Ooh, wait.
Which I thought was funny.
Do you know a guy?
No.
I
but
needed to go to that.
I thought it was funny. And basically, this is the response I got back. Anger management is what you need, Michael. So you can
Look, I went to anger management and that crap didn't work.
No,
I really do. A lot of people that know me, a lot of people have seen me snap. If you've not seen me snap, it's just a matter of time. But I have my moments where I snap. For instance, one of my friends, she's listening right now. I was a little ill in Panama City at Bite Week, and I snapped a couple times. And she just looked at me. And she's like, who are you talking to? And I said, you. Did I stutter? And she just looked at me like, I'd had enough for that night. I was just ill about a couple of things. And I try to be fun-loving, DJ Scotty, but man, that construction work biker guy is still in there. And I try. Look, Flying Brian sat there one time and started popping that mouth off. And I can't remember if we were in the show or not. And I said, if you don't like it, there's the door. Get the F out of here. And he just looked at me and went,
You've told me that.
And he says, I think you took me wrong. And I was like, then you need to slow down and re-say what you just said. And then he goes, yeah, I so said that wrong, because people are so used to me being the funny guy that when the point blank guy comes, like Tubby one day, there had been a few things. It was a totally misunderstanding. I'm going to be clear about that. But I come walking into the pizza place where everybody was eating for lunch. And I think his words were, y'all are fixing to meet the real Scott Spence right now. And I sat down and he was just like, oh, wow. Yeah, I was pissed. He knew it. they knew it. And it was just a big misunderstanding. But it's because everything in my world runs fast. I want to be clear about that. Everything with me runs very fast. And if you got a problem, just remember, when you start explaining your problem, you know what you're thinking about. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. You need to make sure I'm very clear on what you're talking about, you know. And I'm not saying Tubby did anything wrong, because he didn't. It was just a misunderstanding on some other stupid stuff. So how about them trees?
Yeah, I love squirrels.
Speaking of,
okay,
where's our squirrels?
I don't know. I gotta get with Amazon. I'm missing some stuff too that I ordered from China.
Well,
a wife,
little girls don't count, sir. Those are illegal.
No,
human marketing.
Not in China. I ordered it in China.
You ordered it in China. So our trade system's different with them.
Oh, absolutely. We use Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
We use 1 yen.
Oh my gosh.
Or Ichiban. Ramen soup. No, these are two stories that are
near and dear to your heart. What?
Well, no,
he's like puts his hands together like he's fixing to pray.
Because well, you know me, I'm a religious guy. These are two stories that have people that have died in the story.
Oh yeah, because that's just for fun.
The way it
is it
happened,
Hitler?
The way it happened is kind of right up our alley.
Okay.
Okay, one guy this weekend was taunting alligators in a pond. Then started drinking and shooting fireworks at the alligator.
We do realize these are prehistoric animals that will just
he jumped
come
in.
I know he didn't.
He did.
Watch this.
He jumped.
I'm gonna wrestle him.
He jumped in and they ate him.
I don't think we're supposed to laugh at someone.
I know.
No, because in my mind, I see West Porterdale. Watch this. I'm gonna put that whistling thing right up his tutu. Watch. Hold your tail still so I can stick this bottle rocket up your butt.
The last words that he said were that was good. That was good. Give me some of that. That was good.
Quit it.
Was F the alligator. And then a man was killed in seconds after.
Yeah, I shouldn't laugh at this, but
28-year-old Texas man from Texas killed by
Texas.
That would be like Lady Gaga putting on that pork chop looking skirt thing she wears,
that meat dress,
and go run through Africa.
You got to run through Africa.
Because I'm thinking lions, tigers, and bears.
Yeah,
oh my!
No, I don't think so.
Send her swimming over off of the South Carolina area. Did y'all see that picture I posted yesterday?
Yeah. You know what? I need.
You want to go for a dip?
No,
that was Panama City. I posted.
That was Panama. But there was this one chick that posted about going to the beach. She said, if y'all go to the beach, stay out the ocean.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
went
one
viral.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
All right, so
who? What? Where was this alligator incident?
It was Texas.
Jeez Louise.
I know. I got a better one. I do. I have a better one.
So what makes anybody go, watch this? I'm gonna wrestle that there alligator. No, you're drunk. No, the gator is not.
He wasn't saying I was going to wrestle it like entertainment. He was like mad at the gator.
He was mad, like insane, angry. Stupid.
Angry. You know what? But where are your friends? Where are your friends who said, you know what?
They were videoing.
Not a good idea.
We were all sitting
there. I didn't get that. Do that again.
I had a selfie stick going, look at this. Oh my God. All right, you ready for the second one? And I do apologize, but you know what? Mother Nature has a way of weeding out the stupid. Right?
Hey. That man didn't need to breed.
Yeah.
This was Mother Nature worming it on out.
In Germany, we actually had to have a class when I was stationed there.
They got alligators?
No.
Don't get drunk, wrestle a gator.
Don't walk on the train tracks, because we had soldiers that are wearing their headphones, walking on tracks, getting woofed over by trains going 150.
We do know that's a no-brainer, but people are stupid.
Well,
don't drink and drive.
We just said that's Mother Nature's way of weeding out stupid.
Good Lord.
Okay, this one now. I need you to visualize this.
Okay.
Let me get my paintbrush.
I want you to go to Maine.
I wouldn't close my eyes around Mike. Well, at
I-
least you got something between you.
to Maine. I want you to go to Maine. Maine is such a beautiful state.
I'm already thinking snow, dude. No,
you
thank you.
never hear anything bad about Maine
I've never heard anything bad about that
Never
besides
did
snow.
anything.
until yesterday when 22-year-old Devin Staples died instantly when he put a firework mortar tube on his head and set it off. Instantly. The thing went boom, he fell over dead.
We were shooting them off of a metal table, and when it would go boom, we could feel it shake the ground.
Mhm.
Because I was shooting mortars that was as big around as that coffee cup.
Yep. And he shot one off his head and he died.
Like, that's severe concussion.
Why would
That's-
you shoot?
But what the hell? What
I mean-
what are you
Well,
getting?
Jackass shoots them out of their a-hole, dude. To bottle rockets, though.
I mean,
Ugh.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
Who
So,
thought that was a good idea?
he did apparently? Don't you know that he went up and he's standing in front
And he looked at his friends and
He-
said, watch this.
he's standing in front of St. Peter's today, and St. Peter says, seriously, dude? And he goes, please, I'm so young, and it was just an accident. Let me in.
How old
Saint-
was he?
It's 22. St.
Ooh.
Peter looks over his thing, and Jesus is going, oh, don't you let him in here. Don't you let that in.
That is just, I feel sorry for him because
How do you feel?
how do I
sorry for
not
that?
feel sorry? Okay, why do I feel sorry for him and not the dude that wrestled the gator? I don't know, but the guy with the fireworks seemed like a harmless, stupid stunt. The gator guy, you're an idiot. Like the guy who shot the mortar was just stupid and didn't think that was going to kill him.
I
The
know,
dude that got in the water with the alligator was an idiot. Hello, how many TV shows have we seen?
here's the thing: is when I
Shoot him!
Yeah.
Shoot
You
him!
know,
I mean, what an idiot.
I haven't drank to get drunk in freaking 10 years, right? But okay, so it's a party. Dun, 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 everybody's, yeah, we're shooting off fireworks, we're drunk and all that other stuff. At what point did he think putting this mortar tube on his head
Nobody
was going to be a better fireworks demonstration than just shooting it off the floor? I mean, seriously, well, it's going to go higher. It's going to be bigger. Okay, this dude shot this thing off his head and fell over dead.
I don't know. That's horrible.
You know what his friends were saying? Come on, dude, get up. And his, his head's probably
Oh, I'm
peeled
sure.
back, or it's just thumped in.
Right.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
bummer. I don't think I'll be celebrating 4th of July next year if I was on his
No,
friends. I'd be
man,
like,
that
"Man."
sucked. All right, what else you got? Or do we want to go to a commercial?
Let's
we need
go to a
some-
commercial.
We need
This-
something to recover from
I mean,
that one.
That's just, it's funny, but it's not because there's death involved. But wow, how about this? All day, man, I'm out here at the lake taunting the alligators. And then I look at you and I go, you know what? I've had it. These damn
Go get them.
These gators are pissing me off. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Next song goes out to the firecracker guy. We'll be right back.
Okay, now I know why y'all wear sunglasses.
Listen.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Hear the song?
Yeah.
Well, to get the lighting right, it's a little bright.
Yeah, if you don't put them on, you'll know it.
Yeah, I would appreciate it that morning.
Yeah, there's a
I got you some rose-colored lenses right there you can put on.
Some rose-colored lenses.
Yeah. They diffuse the light pretty good. That's what I'm actually supposed to be wearing.
Ladies.
Yeah, those are ladies.
No, I'm talking about ladies talk.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
LED,
I'm talking about ladies'
IE.
lights.
IES.
Yes.
Okay. That's what that's.
Yeah, we got to come up with like a cool little graphic, and then
I'm just right now. I'm just going to get the.
all we got to do then is just put the Just for Fun logo on it, you know?
Are you going to have a nickname or?
I haven't worked through. I think it's going to take me a couple of shows to figure out.
Because what you should really do is you should have a nickname, like a Military Mike, and then I have a page for Military Mike as the entertainer.
Okay.
Okay, and that way we kind of cross everything and it jumps around. The reason why we do that is for search engine optimization.
Right.
It's all these reciprocal links are all over the place. So when somebody types in Just for Fun, it goes straight to us, and we just capitalize on the Google search.
Okay.
So what's up with Penny on Big Bang? They said that here's a spoiler for season 9. She's probably gonna be crazy.
All right, here's part 2 to his songs. Katy Perry's Firework.
You're so stupid.
So maybe I need to get lower wattage bulbs.
No, we just need to wear sunglasses.
The problem is even if I get the room darker, the monitors can't go any darker.
Right, the monitors can't go any darker.
I mean, like, you can already see the TV's so much brighter than the room already.
God, I look like my little
Oh my gosh.
What?
They have the Ninja on sale at Home Depot for $39.
The Ninja Blender?
Yes.
I got it upstairs. I got the one that only has the one setting. You just push the handle on the top.
I think that's what this one
Man,
is.
that thing's super awesome. I wanted to get the $200 one, but I just couldn't spend the money at the time. Oh, so I used the new board this weekend. Freaking, I hated it for the first hour. Loved it from thereafter, though. My only thing is, I'm probably going to have to buy a second one. The reason I say that is, I'm not going to want to unplug it all the time. I'm going to want to leave it. So,
All right, what's our?
because it would just suck every time. Because look, you're saying I would have to take a piece of tape and mark every one of these wires.
make them.
I know,
Make them more creeping.
but I'm just saying. Then I'd have to unplug them every time and plug them back in every time.
That's
But
what an engineer does.
I was going to say, but that's $700. Is it worth $700 to not unplug?
That's what engineers do, man. And you know he wants to come back real bad.
Who?
Todd.
Oh, I hadn't heard from him.
Well, I know he talks to me. And
Huh.
I told him to get in touch with you this week because
Yeah.
he would really love to come back, and he knows the error of his ways and everything.
Well,
It's Just for Fun Radio listed as a dance club.
Could be.
Oh, because we did it one night. Are you trying to check yourself in here?
Yeah.
Look for the check.
I'm like, because everybody's like, why are you at the club? I'm
Because
like,
there was no
Studio.
there was no option for it.
okay, I'm at the club.
But there's one that says the fun. There's like 6 places people have checked in here. Even you can even find Swinging Richards at this location.
I've said next week on the show will be Jennifer Aniston.
Watch where I check in now. I love doing this.
And then see, I got a thing for Taylor Swift, so I'll post a picture of her on my Facebook page, and I'll tell her, "Quit calling. I'm not letting you on the show." Stuff like that, you know. People love it, man. They eat it up. You won't believe the people that are going to be listening to you on the radio. But it's so funny. I know your podcast and all is probably very popular. A lot of I have some friends that do, they call it live.
It's fun.
And on some other radio stations. And
Well, see, I love podcasting because I can edit out. I can say
yeah.
stuff and then edit it. Here, I can't edit it. Once it goes, it's gone.
well, for the live stuff.
Yeah.
But we're starting to get a little bit more into the editing of the video. And like for my show, I've got like a commercial intro that I'm going to be putting on YouTube.
Okay.
You know how when you go to YouTube and look at a video, something comes up?
Right.
My video will be doing that.
Okay.
I got paid to do it.
Look where I just checked this in at.
Looking for the ladies of the night. Every day, man. Nothing worse than looking for the ladies of the night.
In the daytime.
Oh my God. That is hilarious. Yeah, you can check yourself in anywhere. So we did that one afternoon. Like every 20 minutes, we were checking ourselves in some other just unusually odd place. Everybody should do that just to mess with people.
That's what I'm getting ready to do.
Go check in at like Ruby Falls, Las Vegas. I just checked me and Mike in Thailand looking for a few ladies of the night.
Yeah, this new guy in Greece, I can't pronounce his name.
Who is that? I mean, who?
The finance minister. He's because they booted the other one yesterday, or actually today, but you know they're ahead of it. He's going to take the money from the IMF. He has to. You can't just let it.
We got a Rob's Performance commercial coming on. Make sure that you go check out Rob's Performance for all of your automotive needs.
He should stand around. He should run under his own foot. Good Lord. No offense to women, but if Hillary's our next president, I'm thinking. Hey, now. Come on. Is that Brie?
Yeah, it's Brie. It don't look like her in the face, though. Look.
Well, because they smooth it out.
Wow.
I learned how to do it on.
They got rid of the cheap. Oh, look. Boone's Farm.
Heck yeah, man. Strawberry.
All right, everybody. We're back. Listen, I just passed a bottle of Boone's Farm
Yeah.
Strawberry Hill. And it says, who remembers drinking at least one bottle of this as a teenager? This was our weekends, was Boone's Farm.
One bottle. Are you
I
kidding?
remember one night my parents were out of town and I actually was having to get together at my house and I drank like 4 bottles of Boone's Farm. And then this girl walks up as I was ready to puke in the toilet. She looks at my girlfriend and says, my mom gives me hot milk when my stomach's upset. Can everybody just envision what happened next?
Yeah.
They gave me warm milk.
Mm.
And I can say this. It helped get the rest of it off my stomach. It really helped me purge, if you will.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah. What? Why warm milk? I can't see any benefit to warm
I'm
milk.
just saying that's what
No.
she was saying, that drinking warm milk would help my upset stomach. So they gave me warm milk, and guess where we went? I'm just saying.
Hey, were they goofing with you? I mean, were they screwing with you? Because we used to have this thing that we would talk about salami or pepperoni in a used ashtray when people were about to blow chunks at a party,
Ooh.
and we'd go, "Hey, man, you want to have some of the salami out of this ashtray?" And because that was in that movie, Weird Science, years and years ago with Kelly LeBron.
I know the movie. I just don't remember
Yeah.
that part.
That's when he was trying to get the
I'll have
kid
to
to
look.
puke. And so he was talking about that kind of stuff, and he was going.
We've already got one person liking that. We're in Thailand looking for a few ladies of the night.
Awesome. Hopefully, it's not my girlfriend.
It was your
Yeah.
girlfriend. But hey, if we find us a lady of the night, we may have substitutes.
Well, you can't bring her out in the day, so.
I mean, would that be cheating if I'm on another continent?
Well, I've heard zip code.
And what if we find out it's not even really a lady? Is that still cheating?
Was that Mike Myers?
You remember that damn
Is that Mike?
movie?
No,
No,
that's
that's
not Mike.
Todd Smith. What was it? The one about the bachelor party or whatever that gets out of hand.
Bachelor Party.
No.
Yeah, the one with Katana.
No. That's
Tom
way
Hanks.
too far back, dude. Come back to
Oh.
like a couple years ago.
Hangover.
Hangover. There you
Hangover.
go.
It's Bachelor Party. I think Bachelor Party.
No,
If you're
no.
talking about a
no.
hangover, we can talk about the movie.
I
Hangover.
couldn't remember the name of the hangover, fool. But remember when they end up in Thailand and they're in the strip club and the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
doesn't know till the end of the movie and the pictures start rolling that he was
Yeah.
with the he.
Well, he knew. He figured it out in the middle there. But hey, get this. Get this.
The
All right,
middle. He
3 of
said the
those were
middle.
made. Okay. 3.
Yeah.
3. Which one did you like the best?
I don't know. Each of them was like weird and crazy in their own way. You're never going to top the first time seeing them because it's the funniest, because that's before you know what to expect.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
then,
go back, Scotty. Was that sperm?
yep. But the second, let's just go back to that.
Yeah.
So, but the second one,
Scotty, was that sperm?
I know now she gets distracted as easy as Mike. She's wiping off her dress. No. We were flipping pictures on Facebook because I was looking to see if there was any stories to pop up.
Just wow. Wow.
Yeah, I got you. Just wow. Anything else? We got anything else this morning? Anybody got anything interesting other than trying to make some of us feel stupid about Bitcoin?
It was a bad weekend to be a baby.
Why?
Well, first the baby got lost at sea in the floating inflatable crib. How do you lose your baby at sea in an inflatable crib?
Yes.
I don't know. And then there was the baby who fell off the car, and the mother came forward later to claim the baby. How do you lose your baby? I just don't understand
Hey.
that.
Moses. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
obviously don't know my kids.
He was lost for a few years, wasn't he?
It's not. You know what? We call it lost, but we don't know the story. It might have been left.
So listen, let's talk about the fireworks. I want to talk about something real quick. Here's the thing that gets me about the fireworks. How is it that our noise ordinance says by 11 o'clock,
Right.
I can't turn my stereo on,
but you can shoot fireworks.
but I can
till
go
2
out in the
a.m.
backyard and just blast my
No.
neighbors with a bunch of firecrackers?
No, the noise abatement still applies to fireworks. 11 o'clock during the week, 2 a.m. on the
No,
weekends.
it says 12.
Does it really?
Yeah,
The new law?
watch.
Bring up the new law.
That's
That'd be
why I
great.
was. That's why I was a little
Yeah, 'cause
pissed off because
I was reading it on
Friday
WSB.
night, dude. Friday night at 11:30, these idiots were still
Oh.
popping off fireworks, and I'm like, how is it that by law I'm not supposed to go turn my stereo on,
You know what I'm
but
gonna
I
say,
can go
right?
out there and shoot off some damn fireworks?
Where your name's not Donnie, is it? Because that's what she was complaining about to me. Donnie Barbara.
I'm
Eric.
gonna ignore
Oh,
you.
and you know, there's
See,
another
look.
guy.
Read number 2 out loud.
Right. Oh, I have to read. The law stipulates that ignitors, that's cool, must be of legal age of 18 years old. Fireworks can be lit between 10 a.m. and midnight around New Year's Eve and Independence Day. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
I know.
The time extends till 2 a.m. Local governments are not permitted to enact any additional legislation on
So
top
on
of
on
what
New
the
Year's and
bill-
Independence, you have till 2.
Okay.
But on a normal day, you
You
get
have
to shoot
until
from 10 to
midnight.
midnight. But if our noise ordinance says 11 o'clock, you shall not be in your backyard wrestling friggin' alligators. Watch this.
I'm gonna shoot an alligator out of my head.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out. Was it like 11:58 when he shot the firework at the gator and it was okay because he was still after, still
no.
before midnight? I just don't understand how you're going to
But-
pass this law. They're going to have to redo it. They're going
I-
to have to redo
You
it.
know what?
Go ahead. You're stumbling
I
over your
know,
words,
I
which
know.
means I'm trying to say something to be rude.
No, I'm not trying to be rude.
No,
It's
hold
just
on,
like,
but try not to make it sound rude
No,
because
I
they're
did
idiots.
stuff.
I just want to say they're idiots.
I did stuff after midnight, man. When I was a teenager, man, I was all smocked to my hair on fire. I was a good looking man.
Yeah, the difference is we used to sneak and do stupid stuff. But when you only have 1 or 2 people sneaking to do stupid stuff, is a whole different story than you having 7 neighbors over there on the other side of the lake shooting off fireworks at 11:30 at night.
Man, I did a lot.
All the
worse stuff.
dogs were
I
barking
did a lot
everywhere.
worse
Yeah.
stuff than shooting off fireworks at 11 at night.
I
Shoot.
got you.
And
But,
you did too,
but
Scotty.
we
grew up as-
were one
Yeah.
across the lake. There was like
Wow.
16 or 17 different
We-
houses over there
we grew
shooting
up in the
stuff
same
off.
area.
Y'all were one.
We
Y'all were
grew
just
up in the
one
same area,
person.
so-
We were just
Ken
one
Morgan.
person doing
Yeah.
stupid stuff.
Ken
I'm
Morgan.
talking about that many doing it. And let me remind you of something. Anything that was happening on Glenwood and Memorial Drive, they couldn't hear my gunshots over the other ones.
God, I tell you what, remember the clubs on like Columbia and Glenwood?
Yes. Do
Memorial
you remember the
Drive?
one at the end of Darrell Drive? Like if you went down to the end of Darrell Drive, it
What was the
became
name of that club?
it became Walker Transmission, but that was Spence Texaco. That was my grandfather's Texaco, and it
right,
became
cool.
Walker. And you would have taken a right, and the
Yeah.
club was like 2 doors on the left.
Yeah. What was
And
the
I
name
don't
of
know,
that?
my dad
And it
even
was like-
worked there in the 70s, but it was like, bam, bam,
Yeah, when you
if
came
you didn't have
in-
a gun when you came in, they'd give you one.
Yeah, when you came in, they used to tell you to take your jacket off. Remember, if you had a over jacket on.
No,
they
it was
used to-
closed by the time I was old enough to go
Oh,
in, so
really?
I didn't get to ever
I
go
was
in.
going in there when I was 15. They would remember Harlow's.
Yes.
Oh yeah, wow. Whew, I got in trouble in Harlow's a lot, and it was certainly after midnight. A lot. Let me let me just reiterate.
I'm just saying, back then,
Yeah, they knew exactly how many bouncers it would take to throw me out. I mean,
Yes.
they had figured it all out, came and got me, and yeah, many times. Remember that little putt-putt place next to Harlow's?
vaguely.
Yeah, that was owned by a friend of mine's father, and he used to just get toe up on some scotch.
That'd be toe up.
Toe. I'm not talking about all 5 toes. You ever drank scotch?
No.
Yes.
I don't
You don't
care
like
I don't care for scotch.
And I always wanted to try it because you see everybody in the movie ask for, one on the rocks or
Yeah.
one dry.
Scotch neat.
And I'm thinking,
Mm.
I've never tasted it, but if it's anything like warm Jack Daniels, no.
Oh
What-
my God, that Jack Daniels and honey, that honey.
Oh, yeah, that
whiskey.
new- the
Oh,
blend. Yeah, the
oh,
blend is
baby, yes.
delicious.
Oh my God,
And that
yes.
Seagram 7 apple.
Yes.
That is
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
Look at-
Oh my
okay,
God.
okay, we're having
Yeah,
sex.
sound like you're having sex
Yeah,
over here.
yeah. Okay, how about gin? You ever drank any gin?
Yes, I've had some gin.
You like
Do you
gin?
know how I was conceived? I've been told this from my father that I was
rough idea.
I was a bad night of cheap gin and a 69 Fairlane. I'm like, thanks, Pop. Thanks for telling me that you were at the Glenwood Drive-In Theater with some cheap gin and my mother whoring it up in the back of a 69 Fairlane. Thank you, Dad.
Couldn't it have been a Chevrolet?
Not
He's
even-
like, well,
not
you know,
even-
it had a 390 with a six pack. I don't care. It was still a freaking Fairlane. And then at the time he told me this, like right after watching the movie Ford Fairlane. So I'm like, great, Pop. You saw this movie and it inspired you to tell me how I was conceived. Appreciate that.
I don't think my parents ever discussed that with me.
I mean, I've never met anybody that was conceived on purpose anyway. So, I mean, you always got to question how and why you were squirted into this world.
Oh my God.
Man, they always said I was daddy's little squirt. I figured somehow I was.
Uh-oh. Denise Warner's commenting.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see what she's.
So let's hear it, Mike. No ladies there.
What else is new? Denise, go take care of your children. Jesus, you got 14 of them.
Yep.
So,
So
yeah.
what's new?
Well, you know, that whole thing there with the I misread it, I guess. I thought it
What are
was
we talking
12,
about?
the fireworks curfew.
Oh.
But I mean, come on, man. Some kids shooting off fireworks and everybody's getting so upset about it.
No. These kids across the lake wasn't kids. It was drunk guys shooting off mortars at 11:30 at night.
Yeah. It's Independence Day.
No, not on that day. It's not.
What, the day after?
It was the day before.
Day before? Well, I
They
mean,
were premature ejaculators.
premature igniters.
That too.
I, you know, hey, I'm just, you know what? I am proud that this country is celebrating it. You know, because Independence Day
Oh,
basically
I'm with
was
you.
just a day that they picked. Okay, because it took months for the Declaration to be signed, to be completely signed. It didn't all happen in one time. So a lot of people don't know that. But yeah. Oh, Denise is going after me directly now. Let's see what she's got to say. I hate to have to block her. Being that
Oh my God, really?
she just said
So
shut
that's
up,
the
Mike.
Covington 911 thing that they were explaining what the times were.
She just said, shut up, Mike. And then she said she loves me. I love you too. Where's Bubbles?
Yeah, it's just not the same without Bubbles
Not
here.
the same without Bubbles.
Mike's focused.
Yeah. That's clear. And I was late today. So I always feel bad when I'm late.
That's because we're going to arrange that special transport for you.
Oh,
honey.
yeah. Soon I should be able to fly a drone over here.
That's right.
That'd be awesome.
Next, Mike's gonna be like, "Look, so there's this new technology. I'm just gonna sit in my underwear at the house and be on the show."
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
I'm like, "That's called a phone. That's not new technology, there, Mr. Bell."
Talking about drones, we had another.
Look, my phone did an update. That's why I didn't recognize it. It's got all this weird blue stuff now. Look at that.
Yeah.
The number's a whole lot smaller too.
Must have been the phone thing. I tried to send you like 3 texts early this morning. They wouldn't go through.
What's up?
What's up, man? It sounds like you're working at the daycare with all that in the background.
I know, doesn't it?
Wow, your voice sounds kind of hoarse. What have you been doing this weekend?
No, actually, got to sleep in a little bit.
So in
Y'all
9
miss
months,
me, don't you?
so 9 months, we should expect another child.
Well, he's missing Bubbles. Like he keeps looking over there to see her, and
Oh,
she's
man.
not there.
I'm
Oh, that's sad.
having separation anxiety.
It's like the phantom disease, thing. Like when you cut an arm off, but yet you still feel like you're reaching for yourself.
ghost
Stop,
masturbation.
Mike. Stop, Mike.
Ghost masturbation. Oh my God, that is horrible, Mike.
It is I agree.
Absolutely horrible.
So, what are you doing, D Nice?
I'm about to feed the kids breakfast finally.
Oh, you making enough for me?
If you want me to.
Ooh, stop it. You hear our
I gotta
voice change?
figure something out to do with them today because they're already driving me nuts.
I got a 22.
Sad.
Hey, I hear that there's a raft you can put them on and just shove them out in the ocean.
It's a new startup business.
Yeah.
It's
We're going to start selling them. We're going to
Are
go
you
buy them
gonna-
for $29 at Sports Authority and then put like $1,000 markup on them.
Well, can I be one of your sponsors?
What,
Sure.
by squeezing out kids or what?
No.
No. So,
Shut up, Mike.
I was waiting for that. And?
yeah.
Mike,
What?
you just spit.
Well,
So Denise, what'd you do this weekend? Explain your weekend and make it a quick version.
Well, I went to go pick up my kids in Chattanooga.
all
and then-
right.
Heck yeah. And then we went to this place called the Lost Sea Adventure. It has a bunch of like underground caves that go to
There was the
underground
Lost, and you
lake.
still brought the kids home.
I know.
Damn, you
to
had
lose
the
them.
perfect opportunity.
I
Hey,
tried.
is that pretty cool? The Lost Sea thing?
It's like hella cool. There's a bunch of
Okay.
rainbow trout in the bottom,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
lake in the bottom.
And they light it up, don't they?
Yes, they do. And at one point, they like feed them so that they know when the boat gets to that certain spot, that they'll like
Feed them.
probably about 100 feet before all the fish are like riding along the boat, and they're like, "Do not put your fingers in there because they
Oh.
think it's food."
So
Yeah.
wait,
I told
you're
my
in a
kids to
boat
put their
in a
fingers in there.
cave?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
I've heard it's pretty cool.
You need to. I still gotta post pictures, but it's amazingly cool. And you can also go up there without a tour guide.
Really?
And for like $30 a person, you can crawl around the different parts of the cave.
If anybody wants to do that, I have a very good friend that he maps underground caves, and he has discovered like 9 miles of caves no one's ever been
And
in.
on a boat.
No, underground,
Oh.
but there is water.
Well,
He-
hold on. How does he take you?
You climb in a hole,
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
dude.
Like
I'm
like
good.
walking into a
No, no,
cave
no.
is one thing.
No.
Like I was up in North Georgia. I dated this girl that lived up there for a minute, and she lived next to a mountain, and we'd been up on the
Every
mountain
day
taking
you have a
pictures.
story about a girl you dated.
Oh, shut up. I don't have 14 kids. So, but there was a hole that was about as big as the hole of this table,
Mhm.
but it was round. So,
No,
so, and they're telling me, oh yeah, if you climb down in that hole, that thing's like 8 miles long. And I went, well, does it like open up? They said, eventually. No, there's no eventually. I'm not climbing in a hole where my back's touching something and my belly's touching something, and you expect me to crawl for 8 miles. I said, what do you do if you pee? They go,
you just
you just pee. I said,
pee.
oh, so then I'm laying in the pee and the pee becomes mud.
Mhm.
No. What in the hell makes human beings find that to be cool? I can sit at home and pee on myself.
In fact, if you'd be quiet, I could finish.
Peeing on yourself, right?
Can you see that picture?
Yes, but
That's
at least
the
he's
highlight
standing
of
up.
my day.
Oh yeah, but this is like one of the that's
That's
a
one of the
photo op.
openings
Yeah,
up.
that's
Yeah.
a photo op. You see the little crevices?
Yeah.
They literally on their bellies.
No, I don't like doing
And they
caves. My
follow-
buddy and
Without
his
knowing
dad
what
do
y'all
it.
are
No.
looking at, it sounds like you're talking about Mike.
So yes, I would like to go on one I can walk in and get in a boat. That'd be cool. But I'm not.
You need to go the Lost Sea Adventure. It's hella cool.
Yeah, I'm not climbing in no little holes, man.
And you have a tour guide, so if you get lost, it's her fault.
So yeah. So I don't know. We got a bad connection with her or what?
I don't know. It
But
sounds
see,
like
there you go. That's example.
yeah, that's kind of what that thing looked like. I was looking at.
It's
No.
just a hole in
No.
the ground, and they just walk up with their gear and
Oh.
climb in it.
Look, they ain't but one type of hole I came out of. I spent the rest of my life trying to get back into, and it ain't that. It's not that one.
That's Denise. That's the story of your life, ain't it? girl?
So what's
My-
on? What's
my,
on?
my son's listening to the radio, and he was like, "You're talking about Lost Sea Adventures, Mommy."
Yeah.
I
So
was like, "Yeah, I know, it's me."
what's on your what's your plan for the day?
Smart kids.
I have no clue.
How do you plan for 3 of those?
I don't want to just kind of go by the seat of my pants.
Wow.
Hey, quit talking about your pants. That's how them
Yeah.
kids got here.
Freaking cheap shorts.
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
Now I do have an appointment at 3:45. You want to watch them?
No.
No, isn't the appointment to do something with them?
Or against them.
Hopefully, I can get this boot off today.
Oh, so you'll be bootless.
Bootless.
Bootless. So when you coming back to the show?
When she's kidless.
Well, when I'm kidless. No, they go back to school July 31st. I'm counting down. So
Wow,
Hell
geez.
yeah.
Wow.
We'll go back to school already. That
Yeah,
fast?
because Steph's on just a little bit of a summer hiatus, enjoying some time with her daughter and stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, that would be cool if you were in, you know.
Man, that is.
We can't expect
Yeah.
Anise to come and, you know, Anise to have to ruin her life to be here every day. She'll be going, what's Bitcoins? By the end of the week, she'll be like, dumber. or
That's hard.
and
to
she's
do.
sitting in Redneck Steph's place. So I can just see her now. What's Bitcoins?
Yeah. I ain't bit no
Well,
coin.
You know, my wife has
Stop
already
that.
sent me 2 texts, and she told me, she's like, y'all are in Bali, y'all are in Thailand. She's like, I thought you were just going down the street.
We are.
We got on the Just for Fun Concorde.
That's it. I'm the pilot.
It's a 72 Gremlin. It's green.
don't get it what after midnight.
If Creflo Dollar can have a $65 million plane,
That's
Just for
right,
Fun
just
can
for
have a
fun.
$65.
Yeah, if we're living in fairy tales. Yeah, man.
Yeah, come
Y'all
on.
are funny.
All right, shit. Well, we'll get out of here. Have a good day. Holla if anything comes up.
Yeah. Take
Will
pictures.
do. Talk to y'all
All
later.
right, bye.
Beat
Shut up, Mike.
beat beat the kids and take pictures. So-
No, don't take any pictures. So how about this? There was a 3.3 earthquake a few miles away from us while we were in Michigan last week.
Really?
Yeah, that's from Little Richard.
But 3.3 is rich. I fart bigger than that.
He says it could happen while you're in a cave. Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Nah. I'm not claustrophobic. I just don't like being in a cave.
Well, my thing is I want to know, here's my thing. There's times I'm laying in the bed and I get a cramp.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm laying basically in an area as big as like climbing under a coffee table, what the hell am I going to do if I get a cramp?
Dude, you just
There's no walking it off.
You just
Yeah.
got to stretch it out.
just deal with it.
Jeez,
You know,
no.
he can stay underground for like a month. Sometimes.
Robert Wisnut and his father, Robert, Jeff, the father and the mother would go on like a 7-day trip
Mhm.
where they would not see sunlight for 7
No.
days.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my
He
gosh.
goes underground for like a month.
And I'm like, you're smoking crack, dude. There's no way. He said there was times they slept in places where they could not roll over.
Mhm.
He said there's nothing worse because I'm a type of person, I got to have cold air, a fan or something blowing air in my face. He said there's nothing worse than every time you would go and you'd feel your hot breath blow back in your face and then you'd open your eyes and realize that's a rock you're blowing your breath on.
Yep. Yep. Hey,
I'm like, there's no damn way.
remember Return of the King with the hobbits? The Lord of the
They-
Rings, Return
yeah.
of the King. That's the last one. Remember when they go up all those steps and they're sleeping like on those ledges?
No.
Just watching that freaks me out. I'm just like, oh.
And you know what's crazy is I'm okay with heights. The heights don't bother me. It's big confinement bothers me. I don't like no. Hell no.
So we have to find out some of your hobbies, some of the things you do.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh,
we gotta,
what do I do?
we
Okay,
gotta find
so
out something
so
funny
wait.
to pick at you with. You know,
can I do another shameless plug for another
Sure.
local business?
that's what we are.
Okay, so my newest addiction, because I have addictions here.
Cool.
My newest addiction is yoga, and we actually have an
I need to get into that. Let's hear.
I got
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing it 20 minutes. I got a
So
little video.
can we do like a just for fun yoga something?
No, that'd be
yes,
boring.
actually we can.
How would
because-
it not? How would it be boring,
Because one,
dude? I'm gonna be behind you, and you
Right.
do the praying mantis or
No.
something, and your
No.
drawers split. I'm gonna be
let-
like
let me
taking
explain something to
photos.
you. Let me explain something to you. You do not go into these big, difficult positions and whatnot anytime soon.
Yoga is so much
It
fun though, and it's so
takes-
it's
I
good
need
for
it.
your blood pressure. It's great for your balance.
Yep.
It's great.
I need all that.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing it.
My
in,
mental evaluation stuff. I need
I
all
do
of
it, regular, but I'm going to be doing it about once a week. I do it in a pool. Because
Where?
well, my brother has a pool. You're more than welcome to come with me.
Oh.
I do. What I do is that allows me to go a little bit further
Yeah, yeah.
because doing it sometimes. I mean, I'm a fat guy. I fall down.
See,
but-
I use I have joined the Soul Yoga studio in Old Town Conyers with
Oh.
Lisa,
How about that?
and oh my God, this is like because I used to drive to Decatur to do
So we
yoga.
need to do a live show there one day.
She's already said yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's calming and it's soothing and
And
you
it's
know,
incredible.
I got to go run some errands. Like I got to go by the new car wash today. I got to go by Rob's Performance today. Maybe I'll run by and see her at the yoga studio.
Yeah, Soul Yoga in Old Town Conyers. My other hobby.
Yes, she rented the building, by the way, that I was going to try to get.
oh really? How about that?
Her I guess she's married to
Yeah, she's married
I
to the
couldn't
guitar
remember.
guy.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if they were boyfriend, girlfriend, or married, but yeah, yeah. So yeah, I wanted that building. About the time I was talking to her about it, she didn't know why I was talking to her about it for. She's like, "Yeah, man, I'm fixing to do the yoga studio." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's doing good.
It is. I mean, it's incredible. Lisa is awesome. And the other thing that I do is I do 5Ks because not a couple of years ago.
He spends 5K.
I believe it or not, I used to do them too.
You can still do them. We could do it just for fun. Oh,
I'm broken now.
we can do it. We can do a 5K together.
Okay, how about this?
Do a .000.
I've talked about doing on that trail that goes from Johnson's Park to Old Town. I wanted to hold a just for fun charity fun walk. So that's next on my list.
I love that trail, but the thing about that trail is we need better patrol over there because if you are a woman
Yes.
walking that trail, it's
Well, my wife's got her gun permit now just because when she told me I walked it with her the other day pushing the stroller,
Mhm.
and she was walking next to me, and she brought up the fact that she had been there by herself one time, and yeah, that's never going to happen again.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
there's
That
some
snub
sketchy
38,
parts.
I either got to go ahead and get her that snub 38 on her side. I mean, we already own it. I just got to get her to start carrying it,
Mhm.
or gonna go buy her a little small Glock. Like Philip and Abby went and bought some small compact 40s. What are you shaking your head for?
A 40 caliber in a Glock 27 is just too much.
No,
man.
no, I don't know.
That's-
I'm not saying she needs a 40. I'm gonna get
Right.
me the 40, but I just need to get her a little small 9.
Yeah, I love my Glock 9.
Even that Glock 380 would be perfect.
I tell you what, that probably the best weapon that I recommend for more women than anything is a hammerless Smith & Wesson. It's a 357, so you can.
Yes, that's what I want to
Yeah.
wear on my ankle
Yeah.
when I'm riding my motorcycle.
I carry an MP9, and they have the MP9 Shield, which is a subcompact version. Those two weapons. If a woman is having trouble with a weapon, I recommend the revolver. 'Cause
Okay, and look,
point
this
blank-
is the information that when
Right.
when guns and gadgets come out, but
Yeah.
at the same time, the ladies' night
Yeah.
needs to
Yeah.
have the lady approved gun.
gun.
So
Yeah.
one day you can write a list out and
Well, yeah. Well,
and
I
then
have.
they have ladies' night at the range, so we need
Yeah.
to take women, because it's one thing to own a gun, it's another thing to know how to use the
Right,
gun.
right. And like I tell people in my firearms instruction, I'm extremely expensive, but you can talk to my students and they'll say it was worth every penny. Here's the thing is I don't.
But you're going to offer a wonderful
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
discount
No, those-
for
yeah.
the women of
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, no problem there.
That's
No
right.
problem there. But here's the thing is, and we also have women that are former military that I'm in contact with that will be able to talk tactical weapons and women today, if they're not situational awareness, I mean,
Yeah.
I know some women that, my friends and stuff like that, and they'll tell me what they run into on just about a daily basis. And it's as a man, as a gentleman, I just sit there and I go, I feel like I should apologize for the male species,
yeah,
because people,
because sometimes they suck.
they have really gotten just rude,
Yes.
just rude and inappropriate. And it worries
All right,
me.
so let's go. We were at yoga, and what's the other that you were saying? And then yes, we're talking about you did a 5K, so we're talking about we need to do a walk,
Yes.
a fun walk.
A
Yeah.
fun walk.
Y'all have fun on that one.
The other thing that I do,
You can go because about halfway there's a bench where we're going to be giving out water, so you could be in the middle to give out water.
Okay. Yeah, I'll water boy.
you're gonna be the water boy.
And I can do stupid lines from the movie the whole time.
Well, it depends. If we only do the trail that goes from Johnson to Flat Shoals, there's a center place down
Yes,
at the
there
bridge.
is.
But if we're going to do from Johnson to the to
the
Old
library-
Town.
to the library
Yeah.
at Old Town. Yeah.
so if we're going to do that, then we would have to set you up at like the
We would need multiple water
school.
stations
Yeah.
if we're gonna do that.
okay, I'm there.
all right, keep going now. And
All right.
so
So let's see. I do yoga. I do the 5Ks, and the reason I got into the 5Ks is I have a rare muscle disease, and when the doctors told me that probably in 5 to 10 years that I would never walk again, it's like when somebody tells you that you can never do something again, that's the only thing that you want to do.
Yes, to prove wrong.
To prove them wrong. And
Mhm.
so my goal was to do 10 5Ks by my 40th birthday. I did 12.
Awesome.
And my next goal is 50 5Ks in 50 states by my 50th birthday.
Man, that'd be cool.
Wow.
50 by 50. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on now. And then the other thing is those of you who follow me on my page also know that I am a newlywed. Yay.
Yay.
And so my fourth thing that I do is supporting my wife in running our wedding business and homeschooling our children.
Now, when you say wedding business, is it like wedding planning, wedding planner?
Well, actually, I'm a minister's wife. I never thought I'd say that. I'm waiting for the firebolt to come down and just burn.
Well, I
me
mean,
up.
Scotty is an ordained minister.
Yeah. So
You know what? I was raised Roman Catholic, so we didn't see a lot of women, up in the church there. But being a part of a Christian church for the last couple of years, like about 10, you kind of look back and you go, I don't understand what the problem was.
and I think that's how a lot of people are going to end up looking back on a lot of this stuff that people have had problems with. So that's kind of what I do. And I'm really into anything community related. My philosophy, I know that y'all have heard me shamelessly plug a couple of businesses in Old Town.
That was fun.
And, I do that because I believe that this is our community. And if we don't support our community, then nobody else is going to support our community. And we can't expect people to say, let's make a stronger city when we don't support the businesses in the city.
Well, that's exactly right. That's why, like with Rob's performance, I tried to have a conversation with somebody a couple of weeks ago, and they said something about my sponsors. And I said, all my sponsors are kind of handpicked. I mean, I won't associate my name with them if I don't know that they're not awesome people. And, Tubby introduced me to Rob, and they've turned out to be not just Tubby being a great guy, but Rob's performance has turned out to be a great guy and has a bunch of great people that he surrounds himself with. So there's a reason that he keeps winning, the greatest thing that the Conyers can give out as far as the customer service and the best shop. And same thing with Horizons. And I try to push us to be connected with the people that are good. Yeah. And then you just keep pushing and get bigger. Why should we leave our town to go somewhere else to shop when we got good stuff right here?
I've been using the hashtag Keep Cash and Conyers
cool.
for about 3 years now. And every time I find a new local business, I use the hashtag and I say Keep Cash and Conyers, because that is people want to talk about everything that's wrong in Conyers, but you know what? There's a lot right too.
Yeah, there's a lot that people just they're not aware of.
They're not aware of it. It's like Conyers Police Department is like the best kept little secret ever in the entire universe, because they have a phenomenal law enforcement academy. It's the junior academy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they either started up this week or they're starting up next week with their newest junior police cadet program. And Sergeant Peggy, I forgot your last name. I am so sorry.
And that's the Explorers program,
yeah,
correct?
the Explorers program. But if you have a child, a son, a daughter that's interested in law enforcement, I'm not knocking any of the other Explorers programs, so y'all don't start sending me text messages.
Hey, yeah.
But the Conyers Police Explorers program is incredible. So support that one. I mean, support the others too. But I just personally know that the Conyers Police Explorers program is really solid.
Well, we definitely always try to tell people to support your hometown. There's so many people going, for instance, when it came to the homeless stuff, what can I do to help? I'm like, take care of your town.
Yeah.
Like we got this town. Yeah. But you need to take care of your town.
Well, and so many people didn't even know about the Rockdale Cares, and Lori Todd with Mutts and More, who's right down the street, is a phenomenal rescue organization, and Lori takes in disabled dogs. I mean, disabled dogs are.
You stand a chance, Mike.
Yeah, really cool.
Just saying.
Well, disabled dogs take a lot of resources.
They take a lot of resources, and I mean, and Lori and her husband, they have put more money into building this nonprofit. And she doesn't even take a check.
Yeah.
Wow.
She just took in a dog not too long ago that had to have the leg amputated.
Wow.
And, you know, I mean, but these are the people in our community. These are the people that we need to support.
Right. And that's what I try to make sure people understand, because there's so much that's right here local, right here where everybody can see and nobody's paying attention.
And, you know, like the car wash on Old Salem, is it car wash on Old Salem?
Yeah, the
Over
new
there
car
by-
wash.
Yeah,
Yep.
by Wells Fargo.
Yep, right behind Wells Fargo.
Okay, if you are a customer with a disability, that place is like the number one place where you need to go, because they actually take such great care of all their customers.
That's right.
Especially
And the cool
their
thing is
customers.
they have a great camera system. Not that you have to worry about them stealing anything, but to reassure you nothing can go wrong.
Right.
Most car washes you've had problems. Not this place. This place has security that watches everything from the second you get out of the car till you get back in the car. Let me catch this call.
Can you imagine?
Just for fun radio.
That's the way it's got to be now.
Good morning.
What's happening?
I'm doing okay. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Pioneers Explorers program, the police academy.
Okay.
Because I agree with your co-host. It is a great program. Actually, my neighbor up the street is a part of it, and he enjoys himself. And when the firefighter explorers program quit, he joined the police explorers program, and he absolutely loves it.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that people are, getting involved, because that's what we need. We need people to be part of things and to see things. And again, There's so much going on that a lot of people just aren't aware of. Nobody realizes that we have all this stuff right here in our area, but people they don't know. And as I say all the time, what is it going to take to open eyes and make people see it?
Right. But I just wanted to check in with you guys, because I know I haven't called in a while.
All right, man. Well, thank you.
And I just wanted to let you know I'm listening to the show this morning.
All right, man. I appreciate you for listening.
Did you get my message on Facebook?
Yeah, I hadn't opened it yet, but yeah, they're talking about a McDonald's employee that they fired because he was dropping his little mixed CD into kids' Happy Meals.
Yeah.
The thing I haven't researched to find out, just because I hadn't had time this morning, is did it have cussing in it? Can you imagine throwing like a hip hop rap cussing CD in a kid's Happy Meal?
If you go to the convenience store on Salem heading towards the expressway,
Yeah.
You can be putting gas in your car and they'll come up and try to get you to buy 'em.
Oh, yeah. That happens at Stonecrest all the time.
Mhm.
And then what I've tried to do is when they come up to try to hustle me to buy a CD, I give them a business card, and they go, well, I need money. I went, well, if you want this played, you're going to give me the CD.
Mhm.
And they were like, but I need money. I went, I'm just telling you, if it's a good CD and you want it played, give me the CD.
Crazy.
And then they go,
But
hey, that's a great idea. Well, duh.
I applaud Sheriff Eric Levitt for keeping the Explorers program going, because what I think is so awesome is he's keeping young people involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you know what? It's
And
important that we have.
Not to knock Sheriff Wigginton, but Eric is doing such a better job.
Oh, good. How about that?
Well, that's good to know, bro.
Yeah, of keeping the Explorer program going and stuff.
That's it.
That's it, man.
I can tell you
And
this.
Please let him know that I said hi.
We will.
And,
We will.
Uh,
All right,
okay.
man. Well, let me boogie. I'm hitting that too. I've actually not talking to you too long, but I've gone over. I need to start resetting my
Right,
timer and do
right.
my 20 minutes because I'm not talking like I'm supposed to.
Right.
All right, man. We got the sports coming up next. I appreciate you calling in, Drew. All right,
thanks.
see you later.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Here comes the sports with Coach Brad.
Good morning, just for funners. Yes, it is Monday, the first Monday after a wonderful July 4th weekend. DJ, yes, from the videos I saw, looks like you guys had a little shenanigans going on in the backyard over there. But hey, it's all just for fun. The fireworks on the square were absolutely outstanding. The food the afternoon was outstanding. So the whole weekend was good. Oh, except for one little bitty thing. The Braves had won 4 in a row up until Sunday and end up losing 4-0 to the Phils. They will start a 3-game series in Milwaukee this evening, with first pitch being around 8:10 tonight. But let's get back to the good stuff. If you was up late last night, and I mean late, with a rain delay from hell, I think I woke up at, it was probably about 2:15 in the morning. I roll over, look at the phone. I see a tweet that says something about 7 minutes ago, there's been a crash. What do you mean 7 minutes ago? It's after 2 o'clock in the morning. Hell, they still were racing in Daytona. I think, yes, my man Dale Jr. took the checkered flag for the Coke Zero 400 last night at approximately 3 o'clock in the morning or so. So good gracious almighty. Lastly, we're going to finish it up with the most exciting crap of my weekend, which was yesterday, and the United States women's national team kicking the snot out of Japan, and basically kicked the snot out of them in the first half. Went up 4-0, and I mean fast. Carly Lloyd had a hat trick. 1 goal was from midfield. Caught the goalie off her line, booted it almost right over her head, right in the goal. Yeah, had 1 goal by Tobin Heath and 1 also from Lauren Holiday. United States women, the 2015 World Cup champs, with a final of 5-2 over Japan. So there you go, guys. This is your Coach's Corner with Brad Johnson. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let's get back at it. Make that green. You guys do it just for fun, and we will see you.
Well,
All right, everybody, we're going to shoot off the commercial.
I was going to say,
What was you gonna say?
we were talking during the break there, or when Brad was doing the sports. Those gold places, the gold trading places, and
Yeah.
those aren't. They're pretty much all going away right now because of the amount of, what would you call it? The amount of gold that was out there.
Is now being captured.
It's all gone
Yeah,
and
it's all
been
gone.
remelted and put back into jewelry. So a lot of those places, even pawn shops, have stopped doing a lot of it.
Wow.
Well, I am so, and this is gonna, I love my community. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But if I see one more freaking gold shop or title pawn or pawn shop period pop up in Rockdale County, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Really? Why don't you like pawn shops?
Like, it's not that I don't like pawn shops.
Uh-huh.
And there are some great pawn shops in the area, but the problem is there are some people who get into the pawn shop business
Uh-huh.
for the wrong reasons, and those people taint the entire industry for everybody else. And typically when you have the unscrupulous pawn shop dealers,
Uh-huh.
your property crimes and all the other crimes in the areas go up. So it's not that pawn shops are bad, but it's who's running it
Mhm.
that can make it bad. And when it's kind of like opening the floodgates for everything else. Yeah, what I don't want to see is our corridor become the Memorial Drive.
That's what I was going to say. I remember when Hooters became a pawn shop. Here's my thing. I don't have problems with pawn shops if
they're
we
ran
have good
correctly.
pawn
Yeah,
shops.
yeah.
Like, we don't need 6 sleazy pawn shops. It'd be great to have 4 good pawn shops.
Mhm.
Or just maybe one really good pawn shop.
The one that's next to the sheriff's department is a nice pawn shop. He sells a lot more guns than he does pawn stuff.
Yeah.
But, and then, you got the one pawn shop that used to be Polaris.
The one on the access road is really good too.
Yeah, that's Cash America, I believe is the name
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, Cash
Yeah.
America bought Pawn Mart.
Right.
Now, do you know what the interest rate is on a pawn in Georgia?
No.
What is it, 120% or 600%?
No, 25%.
Really?
And basically, they if you don't pay on it, the law basically says about 10 days. But most companies will give you a little bit more time than that.
I trip out on what they want for stuff. Like, I go in there and I see a TV and I go, you do know the new one's like $10 more than that, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
A new one with a warranty.
Well, because the retail market is the whole industry thought that that's where, you know, the money was going to be. And they do. Generally, like if you came in with this can and you said, I need $10, I would kind of look it up and value it. And I'd say, okay, well, it's only worth $10. So here, I'll give you $4.
Right.
And then I always ask people, do you want to sell it to me or do you want to? The reason why I asked them that is because if they were really just not going to come back and get it, just tell me that because then I could put it on the shelf sooner if I purchased it instead of give a pawn on it.
Now, the businesses that I would like to see come up on 138, I would love to see a Trader Joe's because that's where I'm going today to get.
It'd be awesome if they put that next to Harbor Freight. I mean, because you've had that Publix that's been sitting there for years unoccupied.
Oh my gosh! And what's going on up there by the Checkers? You know,
Salem. Oh, the new thing next to Checkers. I have no idea.
It was
and the block. They've been putting the block walls up, and it's a lot taller than an average building. So I'm even going, I wonder what that's going to be.
Yeah, and there's no signs. I mean, it's like they're putting all this stuff in, but there's no communication.
Right across the street from Checkers. That's kind of a strange little strip mall right there.
That's kind of, and that place is deadly because that's where I actually go to get my waxings, my wonderful Brazilian
that's where Now or Never
eyebrows.
Tattoo is.
Thank you, Leonie, for the waxing studio for always taking care of the brows and the bush.
You park behind it, but it's. I'm trying to get by that.
Next door at the old banks where we park to go to Now or Never.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
But then when that becomes a business again, because they're in there remodeling
park
it.
There.
Yeah, then I don't know where we're going to park.
That's a really cool building too, right there.
And you know what sucks is next to that, which you have one that used to be Applebee's, which is a doctor's office. That's a cool looking little building. But why a doctor's office there? I never see people there.
Do they keep the oven and the grill and all
I don't know. But then how about across the street from that one is the old Chili's, and it's some kind of private renting ballroom. And now it's nothing. I'm like, God, that'd make a great just for fun building.
Does it have the grill?
Why are you hungry?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I would love to start making some money where we can go get a building. That would be phenomenal.
They've been feeding me fruit all week. I'm hungry.
You want some tofu? I got tofu.
That's
she tried to convince me that tofu is the way to go.
No, it's just squeezed out, curded up soy.
It is not. Oh, Mike. Okay, I will have to grill you some very teriyaki tofu. Or either I'll have to get you the chicken fried tofu.
Tofu sounds like cardboard with spices.
I'll just chew on my notebook.
See? All right, everybody, let's shoot off to commercial. We'll be right back.
See ya.
Wait, we got to start wrapping this puppy up. We don't need to go to commercial.
Okay.
Well, we just need to. I just realized we're at 10 o'clock now.
It's 10 o'clock now. It's 10 o'clock. Life's too short to be all serious all the time.
Yeah, I got to run some errands today. I got to go buy the new. It's the beginning of the month technically, and I have to go.
First of the month.
I got to go find my sponsors. I haven't made it out there to see them yet, and
go find them.
Well, and then July 4th kind of threw everything off. Like White Brothers Auto Parts wants to start being a sponsor, but last week being the vacay week, everybody's out of town, so it's put me a week behind.
Well, I'm going to go test drive a car today for my daughter
cool.
at Stonecrest. We're actually going to use two Toyota dealerships, Stonecrest Toyota and Toyota of Noonan.
So, good deal. I'm talking.
What is she trying to get?
She's getting a 2015 Toyota Yaris.
Wow.
Oh, the Yaris. Very cool.
Yeah.
Mike was shopping for a car, and they were jerking him around. Like he wanted to. Here's what gets me. I should be here for this conversation. So he calls and wants to schedule coming to see a car or something, and they're trying to make him meet their schedule. And I went, apparently they don't want to sell the car.
Exactly.
Because if they wanted to sell the car, it would be, sir, what time would you like to be here? And I will make sure I'm here.
I got to tell you, it really kind of freaked me out. One, what I kept asking them, I'm not going to go up there. It's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go up there and look at what they want me to look at. I want to go up there and look at what
I want to look at.
Right.
So I told them, this is what I want, and this is the deal I want. If it's a lease, come on, they can do anything they want. I said, if you can't do this, just tell me now. I'll
save my drive.
Yeah, save my drive, save your drive. Don't try to negotiate. This is it. That's all I can do. I'm on a fixed income. So, okay, Hemming and Han back and forth talking about 10 different people. Nobody will tell me if that vehicle is available to come see in the package I want or the price I want. So I said, okay, look, guys, you can quit calling because until you tell me this is what you can do, I'm not coming up there. So then They said, okay, we got the vehicle, we got the price you want, all that other stuff. I said, fantastic. I'll be up. I was going to come up after the show one day, and the lady said, hold on a second. And she put me on hold, and she came back and she goes, okay, we can write, or the appointment can be from 5 to 6 on Wednesday. I said, appointment? And she said, yes, we make appointments. We feel that way, you know, the customer is more inclined to keep the appointment, and then we'll make sure that we have a salesman available for you. I said, so you're making assumptions on whether I show up or not. And
When I'm trying to tell you I'm coming today.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how stupid this was.
But they wanted me to push off about 3-4 days. And so I was like, yeah, well, I won't make that appointment. So now they call me every single day. I'll show you my phone. Every day. They called me yesterday.
But you had your shot. You had your chance, you know.
Basically, I'm just kind of holding them at bay right now. And because I've always, you know what? I can negotiate. I negotiated with Taliban. Okay, about not killing me.
Duh.
I can negotiate with a car salesman, but the thing about it is they're not going to like that, Mike.
Right. Now, hey, Atlanta Toyota, Jeff Mathias says Atlanta Toyota is a great place to shop, great service. That's where he got his truck.
Atlanta, where's Atlanta Toyota?
Yeah, Jeff, send that one.
Duluth, I believe.
Is it Duluth?
Yeah, Duluth, Gainesville area. But let me tell you something about Atlanta Toyota. You're going to be treated great. I'm serious. They have a program.
Isn't that the one that's where Gwinnett Mall used to be, or is that Gwinnett Toyota?
I'm not sure.
Jeff, send me some messages,
At
bro.
Atlanta Toyota, you go up there and they do it correctly. They don't have a salesman meet you. It's not a salesman that you talk about the car.
Yes. He says yes.
It's like a subject matter expert, and he's very good. They don't talk price. Then they bring you in and you talk to a salesman, and you make any adjustments to whatever it is that you want. I want this car, but I would like the nav pack, whatever. They work it all up. Then you talk to the finance people. So you don't have a
Old Norcross and Pleasant Hill.
Yeah. So that's probably Duluth.
So yeah, that's
Duluth.
yeah.
Okay.
And I loved it when I bought, because the guy that meets you is helpful. You see what I'm saying? Gives you like a little card with his name on it, and then the next person greets you, and you work out the particulars, and then you talk to a finance person. All completely different and all very professional. I absolutely enjoyed that purchase.
Okay.
The only other purchase I enjoyed was when I owned a Saturn. I had an SL2.
I like my Honda minivan.
Yeah,
Let me just tell you.
I tell you what, I traded in an old Ford Explorer, one of the very first year for the Ford Explorer. They gave me a tremendous trade-in. And then when we went to pick up, it was my wife's car. When we went to pick it up, they had a big red bow on it, and they had it in the middle of the showroom, and it was spinning around, and it was magnificent. But see, they were good to people, and they weren't
then.
They weren't so worried about, making huge, gigantic profits. Here, I'm going to hit look, what time is it? It's 10:04. I'm going to hit the big company, big corporation one time real quick. You ready? Aetna is buying whatever in the insurance world, Heritage or Henna or whatever. Henna's buying Aetna, whatever, for $37 billion. Okay, now here's the trick. If you have $37 billion laying around, because that's how much profit you've made, you're overcharging us.
Yes. That's the other thing, too, is when you start looking at. So let me just do a shameless plug.
There we go.
And she's got me saying shameless now. I'm going to explain something to you. Everybody goes and gets their car fixed at these dealerships. And dealerships have a book that says this is what something costs. And the markup's phenomenal, what they charge you. And Rob's doesn't do that. Like Rob's employees get paid hourly. So if it takes 2 hours, it's because it took 2 hours. If it took 4 hours, it's because that's realistically what it took. Whereas you go to a service bay, there's a book somewhere that says this alternator takes 3.7 hours. It could take 30 minutes, but you're still paying the price for the 3.7 hours.
And it's a billable rate.
I was getting ready to say that's a billable
right.
rate.
Billable rate.
Yeah.
But in some ways it sucks. Like I know a guy that works at a who gets stuck up there on a Saturday sometimes. And because of the way they get paid, if he doesn't work on a car, he's just giving up his Saturday once a month and doesn't make nothing.
Wow. Now, what's the...
So that's why I tell people to go to Rob's, because Rob's, you're getting fairly treated. You're getting a local business. You're supporting local business. You go in there, Tubby and Rob and and his employees, they know you. Like they end up knowing you on a first name basis. You'll come in and talk to them about something, and they'll remember what you said the last time you were there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go check them out because I got to make sure they're safe for my ladies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah. Everybody goes up there.
In fact, the last time I went up
Everybody
there with
that
you,
we deal with, we
there were
say
ladies,
go there.
Yeah, there were ladies at the counter there. So.
Yeah. I mean, because truthfully, I don't use people. Okay, let me word it this way. You can't be my sponsor if I don't use you.
Yeah.
Because how can I tell you to go try them if I don't even use them?
Right.
So I'm very particular about that. And the cool thing is, like, when Joey needed the Jeeps done on his needed a brake done on his Jeep, and I called. I said, "How much is his brakes?" They said $99. And this is Joey, who's already got his brakes done by several different mechanics. He goes, "So does he's yelling? Does that $99 include the pads?"
Is that the pad and the rotors, or is that just the pad?
Right. And then he said $99. That's the pads and turning your rotors. And he's like, does he know it's for a Jeep? Yes. Well, the last mechanic I took, gave me a price of a car. And I said, and I'm like, did you hear that? And he goes, yes, $99. He goes, what about the back? Those are drums. He said, $99. And Joey's like, and he knows it's for a Jeep. And I'm like, Joey, what the hell, bro? He said, dude, I've learned. He's like, all these mechanics will tell you something, and then you get in there, and then you find out they just scammed you to get in. Rob's Performance is the greatest kept secret in town. You just don't know about it because you've been so scammed and shammed and bull crapped by so many other businesses that you just think all the businesses are like that, and they're not all like that.
And where's Rob's Performance located?
Old Covington Road behind Sonic and Quick Trip. The road that goes between Sonic and Quick Trip.
Oh, over there by Steel Lumber.
Yes, if you go behind all that.
Okay.
So if you're on 138 across from the graveyard, you turn, go right between the QT and the Sonic, go through one four-way stop sign. But when you're at the four-way, you'll see them on the right. The big building with cars everywhere. That is Rob's Performance.
Okay. I'm
telling you, you cannot beat their prices. Like, do you know they do tires? So I call and say, I need some tires for my wife's car. Now, they were $150 a tire.
Woo!
Before I called Rob's Performance.
I just paid $800 for tires.
I called Rob's, and they're like, I can have them tomorrow because it was like 3:00 when I called. So they said, we can have them tomorrow. I said, how much is that? They said, $80 a tire. Say that one more time. He said, that tire's $80. And I went, you're kidding me, because the place that we had called before was $150 a tire.
I'm sick now. I'm just going to be sick.
So you can go, everybody can say what they want, that, oh, well, so-and-so's prices are better. You are not finding a better price than Rob's. I'm not telling you that because he's a sponsor. I'm telling you that because he's my friend. Let me tell you something. So I was going to this one place that I was giving them plugs over the radio. So I was getting free oil changes. So my wife's turbo starts acting up. We take it in there. Rob's trying to figure it out, and he's looking at the sticker on the windshield. He said, when was the last time the oil was changed? And he looks at the sticker and goes, man, that's like $3,000-$4,000 over the sticker. And I said, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, I've been getting these free oil changes. He pulls the dipstick, and it's like soot black. He's like, this ain't right, dude. So they go to do an oil change, and they find the original Hyundai oil filter, which means for 2.5 years, my wife was taking it to get oil changes, and it never really got an oil change ever. We were 24,000 miles over the original oil change. 2.5 years we were getting oil changes, and it still had the Hyundai filter on it, which means it was never, ever changed. And when you go to these places, you got to have trust. That's why you hear me on my commercials going, if I trust them, you can trust them. Because if you go into these places, they pop your hood and you're sitting out in the waiting room, you don't know what's being done to your car. Rob's is the only place I trust. Am I bashing other businesses? No, I'm not. I'm not telling you who cheated me out of 2.5 years of oil changes, because I'm not that guy. But I am going to tell you this. I called a buddy of mine that works in the turbo business. I paid $300 and something and got a turbo shipped to me. Rob's put it on. Rob's ended up costing me under $1,000 for something that should have cost me over $3,500. And I had right at $1,000 in it. But it should have cost $3,500. If I would have taken it to Hyundai to get the turbo fixed at Hyundai, it probably would have cost me $5,000 to get it fixed. So I'm just telling you right now, that's the sort of stuff that you need to know about. And it's these secrets that people don't realize. And it's not that it's a secret, but it's you don't know. Nobody tells you these things, man.
Right. You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. If you don't know, you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know. Do you know what I mean? You don't know.
If you're not here, could you raise your hand, please?
That's right. What'd you say? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here. We're at 10:12. That was my plug for Rob's Performance. I promise. If you need anything done automotive wise, like if you live in Norcross, it's still worth driving here because the money you're gonna save. There's he's got people driving from Walnut Grove. You got people driving from Loganville. You got people driving from Monroe. If you've got people driving across town for your service, that speaks volume. So
Absolutely.
all right, everybody, we're out of here. We will talk to y'all tomorrow. If you're free tomorrow, come back in. I'll sucker you to be here every morning if you want to. Yeah, anytime you want to be here.
Oz will be here.
Oz will be here tomorrow. You'll get to meet Oz again. So if y'all want to come in. All right, we're going to get out of here, everybody. It's been a great morning. Thanks for tuning in. It's Just for Fun in the Morning. Deuces. See y'all later. Everybody stay out of trouble. Try your best. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah, no.
Bye.
Put forward an effort.
Bye. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Turn the camera. Later, Utes.